Okay. 2 minutes out.
We need you to talk back and forth.
another edition of the Esports Tower Rumble, where talented all-star teams of the Esports Tower are competing for a spot in BFC, playing against pros and content creators. By the end of the night, we'll have our standings all figured out heading into next week's bracket stage. I am Michael Fisher, joined by Artie, Rain, and Nerdy. I think we have to figure out if anybody can catch the Barracudas, who just ran away with last week's championship, a 3-0 sweep in the title game. It wasn't even close.
Okay, so the Barracudas have been a top contender in all of these Rumbles. It's even before they took their leave for a couple of weeks back about a month ago. They were still, coming in hot and coming in swinging every single week. However, another team that we've talked about that came in late in the game, the Swerve, I feel like those players, no matter what roster they end up on, they have had the ability to continuously pull their teams together.
Yep.
And so those players, even if they aren't as a unit this week, those teams that they will end up on, or if they're playing together, I feel like we'll give a run to the Barracudas for their money.
Yeah, the Barracudas and Swerve were our teams last week, as you mentioned, Nerdy, and I think that is the one thing that we're going to keep an eye on are those two teams. Don't forget that this is the only qualifier for BFC, the Box Fight Championships, where high school kids can play with pro players and content creators. The Barracudas won last week, so they qualified, and now we have reset, and it's another week of group play. You see the bracket there on your screen. Round robin, groups of 4, all best of 5. That determines the seeding for the finals, which will be next Monday, where the top 8 teams will take each other on, and we'll find out who that champion is going to be. We have 7 teams here in the Esports Tower today: Barracudas, Pink Wolves, Yellow Wolves, Swerve, Red Mammoths, Blue Wolves, and Yellow Mammoths. So a couple of new teams and some old favorites. We see how our games are going to break out. Now, round 1 game between the Barracudas and Swerve, I think Nerdy is going to go a long way in telling us, are the Barracudas finally caught up to? Or if they win that one 3-0, it might be just another clean sweep for the Barracudas. That is the one match I'm very excited to check out.
Well, it all is going to come down to the other team's ability to shut down Quez, in my
Yes.
opinion, because Quez, I'm speaking directly to you right now, your aerial play has been disgusting, in a good way, of course, but you need to be shut down.
Yeah, and I think Magic's another player. We actually talked to him last week. Is on a scholarship to Boise State. He is a fantastic player. He's someone else you got to watch out for. Before we hop into the games, as a reminder, support your teams on Twitch, celebrate their successes, be respectful to any other fans, and Moz will remove you if you violate the chat rules. We will start out with our round 1 review. We're going to kick things off with the Lynx and the Red Mammoths. Kicking off our Group A matchup with the Lynx on the blue side, Red Mammoths on the orange side. The Red Mammoths went on a great run, had some slumps early in the group stage, but they look to change that tonight. The Lynx, very strong, very, very close, and right now we see they've already got a 5-2 lead, and they're starting to dominate here in this first game of the night.
First games, though, at least when you're going against Team Lynx, they've definitely shown their ability to come back in the later series of the games here. So around 1, yes, it can set the precedent here for how they're going to perform, but their ability to pull things together is something that we've seen before. And Sunky being on the team for Lynx, I have faith in their ability to come back even if this is not in their favor.
And I think that the blue team of the Lynx, you see their names we recognize, Jockstraw and Flux, both incredibly talented players. As Flux put ones in, huge performances in this series. And that Lynx roster getting better and better. But as you mentioned, the Red Mammoths with Sunky, even though this game did not go this way, nor did the series go their way, a 3-0 win for the Lynx. I think this Red Mammoths team, who has a tendency to start slow in the group stage and then really come alive in that bracket stage with the semifinal appearance last week, do not count them out just because they did not do well in that first match. Jumping into our next one, the Yellow Mammoths taking on the Blue Wolves. First highlight match of the night comes from Group B, with the Yellow Mammoths going to be on the orange side, Blue Wolves going to be on the blue side. Both these teams have taken only a few weeks of experience in the Rumble beds, but have been improving incredibly fast as Ninja Boy Gaming nearly puts it in right off the kickoff.
We have Clark getting that clear, but it ends up right in front of Cran, who tries to get a shot on goal, but unfortunately goes a little bit wide, and then it's redirected all the way across that midfield mark. And we now have the Mammoths trying to swoop back in and maintain possession here, but they may lose out here on the side control. However, Cran keeping up that speed with Ninja Boy ready for that follow-up, but Mischief unfortunately missing that save on the goal.
Yeah, great job there by Cran scoring that first goal. This Yellow Mammoths team, a lot of different roster turnover, but this one finally starting to mesh in scrims. We'll see if that translates to a good rumble as Cypher Clark trying to carry it out in the corner. Not quite able to as the Yellow Mammoths player will challenge him. Cran going to center it up. Oh, just barely in front of a teammate. Another great opportunity, and Mischief's going to go over there and try and clear it around Dragon Boy, but he was waiting in perfect position. Gets himself a chance to that pinch just a little bit too fast, though, and it shoots in front of the goal.
Thankfully, Cran was waiting at the midfield. The rotations come out. So now Dragon's already back in a defending position here at that midfield, trying to prevent the Blue Wolves from getting the turnover. Cran racing back towards that boost, manages to take it up the sidewall back to the mid. But we do see we've got a couple members of the Blue Wolves waiting on the ground for them.
Mischief can't quite play it around Dragon Boy, but there's a good job by Siphon Clark to clear that one. Down in the corner is a great opportunity. Pops up in the air. The demo even comes out, but you see there, the member comes flying in, not able to. Mischief's one last attempt. Can't quite find it. Ninja Boy Gaming looking for the clear. Gets it barely around Mischief and at least away from his own goal.
It does drop right in front of one of the members of the Yellow Mammoths, however. And now with Clark racing in, hitting it back towards the yellow goal. However, we do see that it's getting ping-ponged back and forth between multiple members. No one's maintaining a lot of possession of the ball here, Fish. It just seems like a lot of this is just slapping that ball around.
Yeah, ball just kind of getting bounced back and forth. No great attempt there. Mischief might have a good one. He's a recent transfer from the Valorant program at the Esports Tower, but he loses control on the ball. Ninja Boy tries to hit it in. Can't quite find it though. Siphon Clark trying to get it clear. He's got Mischief there as well. They barely push it away, but Cran! Perfect position for a second goal.
Swooped in and stole that. That was beautiful.
It's a fantastic job by Cran being in the right place at the right time. Dragon Boy and Siphon Clark going to run into each other. Oh, great attempt here for the Yellow Mammoths.
Oh, is that going in? Oh, didn't even need the second touch there.
That was a fantastic goal there for the Yellow Mammoths. Put them up 3-0, just over 2 minutes gone by. Another great kickoff win. That ball's right in front of the net. They got to be careful, but Ninja Boy barely hits it off the mark. And that's going to allow that ball to be saved, at least for now.
Mischief managed to swoop the ball away from Dragon there, but unfortunately loses their dribble to Cran, who gets a nice centering pass over to Dragon. Unfortunately, it's too high. Ninja's there for the follow-up. Not enough power and a little bit too far to the left. Now Mischief's trying to steal this ball away. Clark helping them out. It does get cleared, but I think Ninja Boy's going to beat them to that ball.
So race for the ball. Bobbert not quite able to get there. Mischief, oh, nice hit to steal that one away. Ninja Boy is going to play that one around him, up on the wall, look for a centering pass, kind of get some help from Siphon Clark, and Cran, oh, he hits the crossbar, one more attempt. Mischief makes a great save, and the final, another one off the crossbar. This ball barely staying alive.
Honestly, I thought that was going to go in. We do still have Dragon here trying to get some sort of help to Ninja, and with the two of them tag teaming it, they bring their score to 4.
Yellow Mammoth starting to pull away from this one. Everybody on the board now in terms of goals as Mischief wins that kickoff cleanly. Dragon Boy and Mischief both waiting in that corner. Dragon Boy passes it over to Cran. Oh, Ninja Boy's going to elevate. Demo over there, and I think it was on to Cran, and they weren't aware of that, and they tried to pass it back as we see Cran actually demoing everybody in sight. That shot going to go wide.
Sometimes you just got to go for those revenge explosions. We understand, but don't leave your goal open, guys, as we do see the Mammoths are going for a full push here, but there's multiple members all on one side and no one back by that midfield mark. That could be their doom, but anyway, doesn't matter. They score the goal, and it's a reset and back to kickoff.
Ninja Boy picks up his second. Him and Cran maybe looking for a hat trick here. Mischief does a great job on that kickoff, but let's get the ball stolen from behind. Siphon Clark trying to keep away from his own net. Fantastic solo play here by the Yellow Mammoths, but unfortunately going to run out of boost. Not able to finish the job. Pass over to Ninja Boy, gets turned away, and the Yellow Mammoths go retreating for now. With just over a minute left, this 5-0 lead looking like it's going to hold.
We've got Dragon elevating to get control of this ball here in the corner on the by the blue goal. Mischief almost steals the ball away, but Ninja Boy flying in, just tipping it into the net.
Ninja Boy with his third goal. You see there. Everybody scoring here. We'll see if Cran can maybe find himself a hat trick in the final minute. Nearly does it himself. Mission able to turn that one away. Dragon Boy in that corner. A little bit under the ball, but Ninja Boy Gaming is going to be able to bail him out. Centered up perfectly. No teammate there, though, and that's going to allow Siphon Clark to clear it. Bobbert now with a one-on-one. Him versus Cran. Cran reads that one perfectly. Mischief's next shot going to be stopped by Ninja Boy Gaming.
Now Ninja's trying to take it up the midfield. It is turned away by one of the members of the Blue Wolves. They're almost losing the dribble, and they eventually do to Dragon on that wall. It's now right in front of the blue goal. Mischief gets a touch on it, but it's not enough to get it out of the goal area. It's over here in the corner on the side. They're in dangerous territory. Ninja Boy now retreating back towards the orange goal. Dragon Boy will beat them to that ball. Between the two of them, though, they've got to battle out Mischief and Siphon Clark for possession right now as Cran manages to knock it away finally.
Oh, great attempt here for maybe their 7th goal, but they just lose the dribble. Mischief gets blasted out of the way. Ninja Boy's trying to corral this ball, pops it over Mischief. Just 8 seconds left. The result all but known. Can they get one more with 4 seconds on the clock? Cran gets his own hat trick, and that's pretty much going to seal it. As you see there, the Yellow Mammoths won the series 3-0 with a dominating performance here.
That last goal wasn't entirely necessary, Cran, but it was quite gorgeous.
Fantastic job by the Yellow Mammoths, coming out strong, a team to keep our eyes on. But our premier match of this round going to come from that Group A, the Barracudas and the Swerve. The rematch of last week's grand finals. Barracudas won 3-0. We'll see if the Swerve are able to get some revenge this time, though.
If they can shut down Quez and Magic, they'll be able to. But Quez and Magic are disgusting at boost starving, so good luck, Swerve.
It looks like it's dead here. We'll take a look at the Red Mammoths and the Swerve. So put that game on hold. We'll do the Red Mammoths in orange. Wait, never mind. Here we go. Now we'll go into our feature match of the week. Get that kickoff there, and we see it looks like Drift, Quez, and Magic. That third member of the Barracuda is kind of a rotating slot as Magic shot gets turned away. Pancake, Loaf, and Hollix this week for the Swerve, trying to make something happen as Hollix, the new member, pops it up over Drift, but a huge stop by Magic.
That was a risky moment right there. Quez gets a nice shot over to Magic on the wall. It drops down right in front of Pancake, though, that notorious great defender for the Swerve. Loaf gets the save here as Magic takes out Pancake, and Drift takes out Loaf. Now there's only one person standing. Pancake's finally respawns, now all three members are back up, but Drift and Magic are too far forward as Hulks get a shot on goal, but it goes wide to the left, and now Magic's going up that back wall to get the ball.
Loaf coming in, great spike to the ground by Magic to stop that steal. He's going to get another fantastic play. Drift will get demoed off screen, but Quez setting up for a shot. Not able to find it as Pancake is there. Tries to clear it away, gets tied up at midfield. Loaf's got to turn right around. Great play by Drift. Sets up perfectly for a teammate, but Magic just barely misses, and Quez shot way too weak on the follow-up.
Pancake was there for the save, but they popped it in the perfect place for Drift to get a touch on it, sending it to Magic in the air. It's centered up. Quez does the follow-up as Hollix takes out Drift at the midfield. Now Pancake comes flying in, taking it into the corner of the blue goal. Drift taking it up that corner wall, trying to battle it out away from Loaf, but Loaf steals it, dropping it right in front of the blue goal.
Hollix trying to put one more in front. Here comes Pancake. Oh, he hits the crossbar. Loaf one more on a wide open net. And the Swerve strike first here. Our premium match of Group A, and a great job here by Loaf getting that follow-up as Drift just barely missed on it.
The pace of this game is so fast in comparison to the previous one. It's hard to believe that these guys always play against each other, and I feel like the boost starving that we saw last week is not happening at nearly as much because of how much speed we see coming from every single one of the players right now.
So this game almost felt like it was like sped up to like 1.5 speed with how fast these guys are going right now. There's Loaf trying to make a play, build that lead, but Magic just barely going to steal away from him. Drift pops up in the air before he gets just launched away. Great pressure here from the Swerve. Loaf puts a shot right in front of the net. Fortunately, Hollix not able to fill it up, and now Magic's just going to get a clear and a long one at that all the way to the other corner.
Pancake is there, however, to play it off the corner wall, trying to get it away from Quez, who flies in, sending it to Drift. All three members of the Barracudas are here now, trying to get this to connect into the net. Magic, unfortunately, loses their dribble to Loaf. Quez is there to help them out, however, Drift comes in, gets a shot, but Loaf and Pancake save it and send it into the corner.
Oh, a nice pass there from Drift, but they're not able to finish it up. Only 2.5 minutes left. Quez can't get that one around Hollix, but there is Drift from midfield. Great pass to Quez off the crossbar. Magic charging in. Ooh. He beats out, I think that was Hollix by a nose to tie this game up. Barely sneaking it past Hollix there. And this game already incredibly intense, and we still got 2.5 minutes left.
I honestly thought we were going to see Magic get demoed right there, so nicely done. I'm going to say you allayed the demo.
That was a really great play by Magic. You can see why he was one of those players, as we mentioned last week, $322,000 in scholarship for Esports Tower players, and Magic is one of them. As Drift now sets this up in the corner. Loaf's going to stop him, though. Quez keeps that ball alive, but it looks like Pancake should have a clear. But, oh, a triple commit comes out from the Swerve. Can Magic and the Barracudas punish them? He's going to put it right in front of the net, but Hollix able to regain control and at least clear it away.
Quez, however, at the midfield, sending it right back in front of the Swerve's goal, playing it off the corner when it was trying to be cleared. Unfortunately, now Quez is in too deep as we see Drift sending it back over to Quez. Loaf elevating, trying to spike it down onto the ground. Drift popping it off there. Magic, unfortunately, missing it in the air. Still maintaining a level of possession, however, but Pancake with a little bit more boost in their tank steals away. But Quez gets a shot on an empty net, bringing the Barracudas up by 1.
Yeah, really a fantastic play by Quez. Just a little bit too aggro here from the side of the swerve. Got to have somebody further back in net. Quez makes him pay, gives the Barracudas a 2-1 lead. Still 90 seconds left, though. Plenty of time here for the swerve. They only have 4 shots on goal, so they got to make some offense happen quickly. Pancake not able to find that. Magic maybe trying to set up for one more. Drift steals that one away right in front of the net, but Lowe's able to get a nice clear. Now Hollick's trying to play it around Quez, and he will, but Magic's right there to stop and take his own shot off the backboard, but no follow-up.
Drift at the midfield is trying to read Loaf. They kind of do, both spiking it high into the air. Magic and Hollick's elevate. Hollick's getting the better of the touch on that 50-50. Drift there for the follow-up, taking it into the air, centering it perfectly, dropping it to Magic. Magic, unfortunately, will miss it, though, as Drift takes a shot a little bit wide to the left.
Loaf trying to clear it around Quez, barely does. Magic in a 1-on-2, makes a great save, and Drift stops the follow-up, and now it's a wide open net. Drift's gonna take the shot. The swerve full commit for the tie. They can't find it, and just like that, the Barracudas have a 2-goal lead with 40 seconds left. Okay,
we're seeing full commits from both sides, but it's only working out in favor of one team. So I don't know what the swerve are missing here, and I'm not just going to say it's that they need to find the net. But I feel like the Barracudas are just getting lucky when they're all over-committing right now.
We have seen a lot of swerve shots hit off the crossbar. They could easily probably have 2 or 3 goals themselves. As that one shot by Pancake, gonna get stopped. Drift will just blast it to the orange side of the field, racing past Loaf. Bumps Pancake out of the way as well. Quez with the pass over to Magic, just barely behind him. And now the Barracudas will just retreat with 20 seconds left.
Drift elevates to steal the ball away from Pancake, spiking it high to allow Quez to come in. It drops right in front of Holix, who's going to try and play it around Quez. Quez reads them perfectly, waterfalling it down, but it drops on top of Pancake, who spikes it, and it ends up in front of Magic, and that just goes right into the net.
Fantastic play by Magic. The game all but decided, but he's just going to steal that one from Pancake, put the bow on game 1, and much like last week, the Barracudas with a dominating start here. They're going to win game 1 4-1, put themselves up 1-0 in the series in just a few seconds.
I need to know where Magic was leading up to that shot. How were you in such a perfect position to steal that away from Pancake and score a goal and score another goal and get a hat trick before I'm even done questioning your skills?
Yeah, barely keeps that one alive. Not once, but I think twice. Does get a little bit of an assist from Pancake there at the end, but fantastic play from Magic, who's proving that the Barracudas are more than just a one-man show with Quez. And now the Swerve have to try and regroup, but after a strong, I'd say, minute or so of that game 1, the Barracudas just took over. And I think you were right, Nerdy. There were a lot of lucky breaks, a lot of bars that hit off the crossbar. I think the Swerve could have easily had 2 or 3 more goals, but still it felt like the last half of that game for sure, the Barracudas just dominated. There was nothing the Swerve could do.
When things click, when all, gears are firing at the same rate and a team is that unstoppable, what can you do? But the Swerve are also a dominating force. They got to clean up a couple of things. This is one of those moments where it's like, yeah, you see it working for one team doesn't mean you should be doing it. So the overcommitting, just don't do it. Be ready to rotate. Make sure you have someone at the midfield constantly. And if you're going to go in and you were the person that was in the defending position at the midfield, just call it so someone else rotates back.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that, the Barracudas have been in a spot similar to the Swerve where, you look back, I would say about a month or so ago in our Rumbles, the Barracudas were a good team, making it to the bracket stage, but running into other teams like the Vipers who would just kind of beat them down in the finals. The Barracudas took a few months off, they regrouped, and now they're absolutely dominating. So I don't know if the Swerve can challenge them quite yet. I think it'll be close, but you give this Swerve team 2 or 3 weeks with the coaching they get in Esports Tower, then I think they're really going to give a run for the money for the Barracudas. It is sort of that ebb and flow you see a lot of times. There's a team on top, teams figure them out, then that team starts to come back to earth, and right now the Barracudas are just so scorching hot. I don't know if anyone's going to figure them out this week, but I think the Swerve have a lot of bright spots and more bright spots than we see against the Barracudas usually. They just got to put it all together in a full 5-minute game, not just 2 or 3 minute spurts.
And it is a best of 5, so there's always the opportunity for the reverse sweep and hoping that the Barracudas get gassed or just get a little overzealous with their gameplay and those triple commits not working out in their favor.
Stop, you hit those shots a little to the left or a little to the right. That crossbar stops making saves, and who knows what happens. We'll kick off game 2 here. And right away, Loaf takes a great shot, but Drift is in a perfect position, makes another fantastic save as well. Drift coming out early with a great defensive effort. Does he have one more in the tank? Quez actually plays it away from him, but the ball bounces over Loaf. Lucky break there for the Barracudas. Pollux' next attempt is going to be blasted away by Quez.
after those two back-to-back saves by Drift, Holics just decided to take them out, but that doesn't matter. The turnaround came fast, allowing Quez with the assist from Magic to score the first goal of this round.
Yeah, once again, just a bit of an overcommit by the side of the Swerve. They didn't have anybody back defensively. They sold out for that goal, and they weren't quite able to find it. So early in game 2, you take some of Nerdy's advice and just play a bit more passive, Swerve. Have somebody always back in that rotation, ready to go. As Drift off the kickoff, he can try for the double tap. Oh, just doesn't get the right angle, and the ball just bounces right in front of the net and gets cleared away.
Holics read it perfectly, and Blank with the follow-up, setting it all the way into the corner here in front of the Barracudas with Magic and Quez managing to get it set in front of the Swerve's goal already. Low there getting the clear, but it unfortunately ends up right in front of Magic, who still maintains possession, trying to play it around Holics right now with Pancake coming in. Magic will take it up that back wall. Are they going to drop it down in front of someone to do the centering shot? They do, but unfortunately Loaf turns it all. Holics with the cross map shot finds the net.
Fantastic play by Holics here. Barely sneaks it over Quez, and Drift was hanging out at midfield, but if you're at midfield, you can't stop that.
That one was just too perfect.
A fantastic shot. The Swerve do have Jay Blank in. Assume that would be a sub, as we usually don't see players change names mid-match, but we have not got confirmation either way. We'll keep an eye on that, though, see how the team gels. If it is a sub for Pancake, as Holics trying to clear that one up, Quez steals it away. Loaf can't make the save, and Quez immediately puts the Barracudas back in front.
You're missing your defensive force. Unfortunately, Swerve, I feel like you need Pancake, but they may be dealing with some connection problems. Maybe their mom gave them to do laundry. We understand.
Maybe they thought that Jay Blank offensively might give him a better matchup. It's hard to say, but I think, we'll see if the Swerve can maybe work some of the work, as Jay Blank does have it in the corner. Can't keep it away from Magic, though. Oh, drift shot barely turned away from Holics there at the last moment. Holics now carrying it upfield. Bumps Quez out of the way. Great play over to Jay Blank, but Drift just barely gets there in time.
It's off that back wall. Drift tries to corral it, but unfortunately loses it. Loaf and Holics now trying to take it away from Quez. Quez booping Holics around, allowing Magic to come in. Now Drift has to battle it out for the ball away from Loaf, trying to prevent it from getting turned over onto the blue side. Quez playing it off that back wall. Are they going to pass it over to Magic? They do just that, but Holics comes in, disrupting everything. Drift there for the save to take away the ball, as Loaf comes flying in as well to drop it in front of the blue goal.
Oh, that ball is going to, I think, pinball off of Loaf and Quez. See here in the replay how this happened is Loaf was coming in, Quez was going out. Yeah, that ball going to ping pong around a little bit, goes in the net, and it's like that we've got a tie game.
It's okay, Quez. You either weren't there and it goes in, or you're there and it goes in. It happens.
And just one of those great plays by Loaf, and just an unfortunate spot for Quez to be, as you mentioned. He's not there. That ball's going in anyway. As Jay Blank takes a shot. Drift, look for a pass for Quez for just a moment. Quez ends up taking it in the corner. Loaf's going to stop him. Drift's going to center it up for Magic. But I think he had to dodge out of the way of Quez there, and that caused that shot to ricochet wide.
That comes down to cleaning up your communication. Don't try to be a ball hog, as we've got Holics getting a shot on goal, but the double commit between Drift and it looks like Magic manages to save it. Now Quez is trying to take it up that midfield. However, it does get turned away just slightly, but Drift with the shot on goal with the assist from Quez will bring their score up by 1.
So incredibly close there. You see Drift just takes it, but once again, nobody in net for the Swerve. Loaf's racing in, can't get there in time, and the Swerve just not being patient enough and allowing too many open goals against a team as talented as the Barracudas. That's never the recipe for success. As Jay Blank wins this kickoff, double demo does come out, so we get a brief 2-on-2, but nobody's going to get to the ball in time. Respawns come out, Loaf's shot immediately turned away. Holics recenters it for Jay Blank. Fantastic spot there, and this is a high-scoring game here in Game 2.
This was beautiful.
Great setup. Nothing you could do. Nobody in net. Both these teams get a little bit sloppy defensively on the rotations, and Jay Blank comes in, and the newcomer gets a goal, and couldn't be a better one to tie this game up.
2 minutes and 12 seconds. Let's see if either team can pull ahead with a with a couple security goals, or if we see this go to overtime. And Drift has something to tell me, and that is, Nerdy, no, my team is going to win this.
The Barracudas have had the answer every time that the Swerve have scored, and it's usually been a very swift response at that. See if 2 minutes is enough for them to hold on, or maybe add a couple more goals of their own. But Holics especially has been playing out of his mind in this game too. Barely misses stealing that one away from Magic, who's going to carry it the length of the field. Drop it right down to Quez. Unfortunately, that ball is going to ricochet around. Double demos are going to come out. Magic looking for a back pass, ends up just bailing on it.
Hollick's trying to beat Quest to that ball, but Loaf, between the two of them, managed to take it away from Quest. Drift now coming in to steal it away from Jay Blank, and Magic helping them out. It crosses the midfield, pass over to Drift, who centers it up for Magic off the back wall, but unfortunately it's a little too low. Quest comes in to try and recenter it for themselves, playing it off the wall. Drift is there for the follow-up shot, but it goes a little bit too wide as they're booped around by a couple members of the Swerve.
Great job by the Barracudas keeping possession of this ball in the orange half. Quez now is going to finally lose it to Jay Blank, who just blasted to the other side, but Drift has the full boost, and he is waiting there. Looks like he wants to maybe get a pass over to Magic. Oh, great setup there, but Jay Blank read that perfectly. Not quite enough power, I think, as Quez able to hit it down in the corner, goes racing past. Hollix looking for a clear. Magic steals it away. My goodness, what a read. And Loaf's going to try and clear, and they're starting to run out of time on the Swerve side here.
Quez gets a nice centering shot over to Magic, but unfortunately it hits that crossbar, which is nobody's friend. The Barracudas are still maintaining possession and control over here as Drift comes in to score the 5th goal and get their hat trick for this round.
They just play so fast. As soon as that play to Magic didn't work, they immediately reset. They get the ball over to Drift, who just barely muscles it in. Fantastic play by the Barracudas, who look like they are on another level, and now they're 45 seconds away from going on to match point.
We have seen 4 goals get scored in 40 seconds, though, at least here in Esports Tower. Not in the history of Rocket League Esports, but these guys can do it. So we may still see the opportunity for this work to bring it back, but they need to get possession of the ball now and score goals in the next couple of seconds. Otherwise, this is going to be the end of the round, and you are right, the Barracudas will be at their match point. As I say that, Quez scores a 6th goal, doubling the score of the Swerve. So unfortunately, I have to overfish on this one. I believe the Barracudas will come out on top of round 2.
Fortunately, that bounced off the trunk of somebody's car in orange. Quez will get credit for it, but
redemption for the time that Quez did it themselves, you know?
wow. Look, speaking of goals, Magic's just going to score off the kickoff. Nobody there. Maybe still talking about what went wrong on that Quez goal. Loaf just a tad late. Magic puts in a great spot off the crossbar. And just a fantastic effort. And the Barracudas was once 4-3, is now 7-3. And I think we can all but assuredly say this is going to a game 3 with the Barracudas up 2-0.
If you were talking about the last goal, just keep going forward. Do what Loaf did and score another one for your team.
Swerve's trying to stay in it. 7-4, 15 seconds left.
Score a no-man goal right off kickoff. Just do it.
If you get 2 of those, you might have a very, very small chance. But I think one bad kickoff and the Swerve's hopes of an insane comeback come to an end. As it's time, at least 5+ seconds have already ticked off. The Swerve gave it everything they got. And unfortunately, they're going to have to go to a game 3 and figure out exactly how to stop this Barracudas offense.
It's all right. Maybe the start of the reverse sweep. Maybe.
I mean, like I said, if this Swerve plays a 5-minute game, I think they can easily challenge the Barracudas, but there's just a few lapses defensively. They've had a few issues they haven't been able to correct. That ball would have gone in as well if there was any time on the clock. The Barracudas will take the win regardless. I think the Swerve are very, very close to winning or at least going to overtime against the Barracudas. It's just they have a 30-40 second lapse, and 2 goals get scored in those 40 seconds, and then the whole thing just kind of crumbles in on itself. So game 3 right around the corner. Barracudas looking to continue their dominating streak, but the Swerve, a very impressive performance for about 3.5 minutes in game 2, and then everything just kind of blew up in their faces, unfortunately.
Just watch those rotations, get to the back post quickly. We didn't see a whole lot of demolitions throughout the course of it. I mean, there was a slight, like, maybe 10-15 second period where it felt like a lot of people were just going for gasoline on the field. It happens. People get angry. But beyond that, like, it all goes back to Doc's keys of the game. You need to make sure that you're making call-outs. Try actually going for the boost starving. Like, everybody is zooming. We commented on that at the start of this entire 5-game series here. And if you starve Magic and Quez, they're not going to be able to do much. Or, starve Drift, who's been the follow-up powerhouse for, completing some goals.
Yep.
Pick one, make sure they can't get any boost that they need, and maybe you'll be able to shut them down.
Yeah, I think the other thing that we've talked a lot about with Boise State's teams, and we've talked about, I think, with the Vipers as well, is you got to get in the passing lanes. You got to be able to stop the passing plays. Because there was one goal, it was a perfect demonstration. They tried to pass from Quez to Magic. It hit off the crossbar. Immediately they regroup. They go Quez to Magic to drift, and the ball goes in the back of the net. It was like, honestly, like watching a hockey play. It was just the ball was always moving, always being passed around. If the Swerve can start to predict those passes, you can start to shut down a team that is very pass heavy. It's a very tough thing to do, but that's what they also need to do as well. But the boost starving, I think, as you mentioned, Nerdy, might be the trick as we kick off game 3. Hollick's going to steal that one, and he's going to score first. Fantastic job here by Hollick, who's having himself an incredible series. We'll see if now the Swerve can hold on.
Alex, you beat Quez to that ball, and I'm pretty sure Drift was not happy about that, losing it to an unfortunate spike. I think it was accidental. Quez was trying to save them, but you took advantage of that. Keep doing it.
Quez immediately going to look for that goal right back. Hits off the crossbar, keeping it alive himself. Jay Blank finally finds it clear. And Magic can't keep that ball alive, so it goes back to the blue side. Drift now in the corner, pops it up. Loaf's going to steal that. Oh, they both actually missed. Hollick now takes advantage, gets the full boost in the corner, but there's no one there on the follow-up. And a pass over to Magic. Oh, my goodness, what a play for Magic, but Hollick luckily was in a great position.
Tried to fake him out, tried to pop it up over their hood. Almost managing to do it while playing 2 players. That is why Magic is a scholarship player going into their college career here soon. But we can't discount anybody else in the field as we see Hollick's take out Drift. Jay Blank getting a pass over to Loaf, but Loaf unfortunately missing it. Jay managing to get it back to the ball, but Drift just doing enough disruption to make it to Magic to get possession here at the mid.
Quez pass over to Magic. No Drift in sight, though. I think they're looking for him on that cross-mat pass. Magic gonna pop it up. Here comes Drift. Jay Blank barely plays around. Quez charging in. Wide open net. And the Swerve, unfortunately, bite themselves again. Can't leave a wide open net for anybody in the Barracudas team, but especially Quez.
Okay, don't talk about what just happened. Just keep going forward. That's for VOD review later. Let's not see a kickoff goal, please. Come on, Swerve, you can do this. Win the 50-50. Never mind.
No, Magic wins that.
Too fast.
Quez gets a shot, but a nice save by Hollick. Gonna get bumped out of the way. Magic now in that corner, but Jay Blank steals it away. Right towards that midfield, we hear a demo off screen. It's Magic on to Hollick. Jay Blank's trying to set something up, but there's nobody there. So unfortunately, Magic should steal that one and take a shot.
Holy cow!
And unfortunately for the Swerve, they just didn't have anybody to help Jay Blank out, so he just kind of got the ball stolen away.
We do see Hollick's trying to retreat back towards the net, but unfortunately, when it's a bullet, you can't beat it.
Fine line between being too offensive and too defensive. That time the Swerve just had too many players back on defense. And now we see the Barracudas trying to build to that lead. Magic does lose possession though. Jay Blank gonna pop it in the air. You don't want to keep it in front of your net though, and that's exactly what's gonna happen.
All right, so 2 new rules have been established while playing against the Barracudas. Don't keep it in front of your net and ground the stick ball. Don't leave it in the air. Do not let the Barracudas have it in the air. Hollick, you definitely have shown your prowess with the aerial play, but just don't do it.
So I think a double commit there from Loaf and Jay Blank. That kind of took him out of position. Loaf wins that one cleanly though. Still plenty of time left for the Swerve to force us to overtime. This game is not over by a long shot as Magic's gonna set something up. Hollick with a fantastic save there. Gonna get a demo onto Quez, but Quez will push the ball towards the net. Drift driving right in front, but Hollick with a fantastic clear. Loaf gonna barely sneak it around Drift, but Drift will actually pit maneuver him out of the way. That's gonna allow Quez just regain control, carry it up the field himself, but he goes too fast till Magic sets that one up. An insane play here. I think everybody, including myself, thought Quez was taking that, and here comes Magic with a fantastic pass.
I think that was actually completely planned. I saw that they did that last week. They're using each other to tee up. It's beautiful.
Barracuda's team, as I said, is on another level. It took a few weeks to regroup after kind of being that 3rd place darling for a month or so, and now they have absolutely caught fire. 4-1 lead, half of game 3 gone by, looking for the sweep. Loaf and Magic gonna collide. Ball still in front of their net though, but at least they slow down the attack.
Now Jay Blank has the opportunity. They just got to play it around Magic. However, with Quez crashing into them, they will lose the dribble. Loaf with the follow-up, though. It's dead right in front of the goal. And Loaf for their own follow-up. The assist from Jay Blank will find another goal.
Great job by Loaf, keeping him in the game. Once again, you see Hollix even retreating as well. Great overall play by the Swerve.
All three members of the Barracudas were converging on that ball. They smelled blood in the water, and Loaf, you made it out alive.
2 minutes left. Swerve down 2 goals, trying to avoid the sweep in our rematch of last week's Grand Finals. Quez looking for that answer. The Barracudas have done that often. Answering a Swerve goal is Drift's now going to pop that one up off the backboard. Hollix clears it away. Magic racing in, though. He's going to get the ball, but he will get demoed. Drift tries to bump Loaf out of the way, but ends up plunging right into the ball.
It drops right down onto Quez's hood, who takes it into the air, trying to play it above Hollix, but Hollix reads it perfectly, dropping it down on the blue side. Magic trying to beat Hollix out for the ball here. It does get thrown away by Blank. Well, and Drift taking out Jay Blank, allowing Loaf and Quez to battle it out. Quez now taking it up that right side. Hollix retreating towards the goal as Jay Blank elevates, but unfortunately misses it, and it's centered up by Quez and followed up by Drift.
What a fantastic play here by Quez. We'll see it again. Pops it around Jay Blank. Nothing you can do. That's a solo goal if it doesn't hit the crossbar. Drift was there. Magic was charging in. If they make the save, they probably have a good counterattack. The Barracudas know when to all in for a goal. They make it 5-2 here. And they're starting to pull away, and hard to say, you know what?
Oh, Drift.
We don't think anybody's catching us as Hollix's shot gets turned away.
We've got Drift now playing it over their own goal, always risky. Loaf stealing it away. Hollix trying to come in, but fortunately looks like Magic beat them to that ball. Jay Blank also trying to get a knock on it. Drift reading it well in the air. Loaf taking it away from Drift, though, in mid-flight. Magic elevating right in front of the Swerve's goal. It's a little bit too high, allowing Hollix to get possession and trying to bring it over to the mid, but some help from Loaf, but Drift sending it right back towards them at that boost marker by the orange goal.
1 minute left here. See what the Swerve can do. Maybe get a feel-good goal here. That is about all they have in the tank. Is unfortunately time is going to tick down. Barracuda's trying to stay alive here. Jay Blank trying to center this one up. Oh, right at the crossbar. Loaf shot turned away as well. Here comes Hollix, who's had a great series. Gets it in with an assist from, I believe, Quez. And there's still a small chance. That's what the Swerve have to rely on.
Oh, yeah. That was, but again, Quez, that was one of those situations. You're there or you're not. It's going to go in. It's okay.
With only 30 seconds on the clock, I don't think Quez is too upset unless the Swerve score quickly here. Jay Blank's got an opportunity. Oh, but Drift, who's been really solid defensively, kind of the unheralded star of this team so far, makes another great save and is really limited what the Swerve can do.
We got Loaf trying to play it off the wall to themselves and Jay Blank following it up. It does get read, though, perfectly by Magic as we see Drift take out Hollix. Loaf flying in to take the ball away from Magic, but Quez there for the help, playing it off the wall, off the ceiling now, dropping it down in front of Drift, off that back wall. Quez centers it up, but it's going to hit the ground and allowing this match to end.
Barracudas will come out victorious in that matchup, a rematch of last week's Grand Finals, and prove once again they just have that other gear that nobody else right now seems to have. But like I said, the Swerve got so incredibly close. Couple of great starts. I think they scored first in 2 of the 3 games, just could not quite get the job done. And you know, Nerdy, we see it all the time with the Barracudas. You can only get so far going at it alone. If you want to increase your chances of success, you have to level up your teaming skills. We've seen that with the Barracudas. They had the duo that we thought was maybe the best in the Esports Tower of Quez and Yeezy. They kind of broke it up. They gave Quez 2 solid teammates, and now that threesome is absolutely insane. And that team is just so far out in front of everybody else. The Esports Tower really takes time to create teams of well-matched teammates. Give a shout out to Coach Jake. If those of you are watching and haven't checked out the Esports Tower clubs, you should. It is the fast track to rank up at esportstower.com. Well, that's going to get our Group A, or round 1 play done. You see there, Barracudas, Lynx, Yellow Mammoth, and Pink Wolves all winners. And I'll be curious how the Swerve respond in our next match, our next round match against the Red Mammoths, because right now the Barracudas just look literally unstoppable.
Fish, so you mentioned the name of a team that so happens to have my favorite color. Do you recall what occurred during the All-Star Game week?
Yeah, I do. I do recall that, yeah.
So I really want to root for this team that I'm going to remain not naming. Congratulations on winning out on your last game. I'm excited to see what you bring to the table, but I can't use your name because I'm not caster cursing you guys this time.
Yeah, that was the All-Star event. You actually ruined the chances of that team. So I'm sure they're still mad at you. But, maybe we'll see what they can do. They'll remain anonymous. Maybe they can make a run and maybe challenge the Barracudas. But right now, that team just looks so darn unstoppable. I want to see the Lynx, and I want to see the Swerve, how they respond, because they had a couple of great moments. They need that full game to really make me convinced that they can stand up to the Barracudas. We're going to take a quick break. We are going to come back with round 2. How are the standings starting to shake out? Who's going to be on top going to next week's bracket stage? Don't go anywhere. You'll find out next.
Are you guys ready? How do you guys are ready, bro? Here we go. Prepare your ears, chat. Prepare your ears. Here we go. Yes, sir. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Schmeed Cup. They're not going to be ready for this. Oh! Oh! Nitro with 2, 3.
Get down. Dark ways. Get down.
Well, he got the ace. He got the ace to close it. Corey is your first Schmeed Cup champion. UFC events, brought in some heavy hitters to support this tournament. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was the first Schmeed Cup. Hashtag never alone,
Hello, I'm Rajneesh Khanna from iCultiware and Chopra Foundation. Mental health has been brought up a lot recently and proven to be at the forefront of our conversations. As we begin to understand how comprehensive it is, we should open up a conversation that mental health is not one size fits all. We all need help or just someone to talk to from time to time.
Mental health is a very serious thing, so I'm glad that we were able to run this tournament and showcase and just show that and help support that cause, for mental health. So thank you guys so much. Let me go talk to the Esports Tower team. Yo, what's going on, guys?
Hello, man.
So how did it feel playing against 10s?
I'm shaking.
Yeah.
Shaking the entire time.
You guys got rounds, right? So that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And don't feel down. You
No,
literally
I
just
feel
played.
I feel great right now.
I'm coming out.
Yeah, you guys literally played against one of the most stacked teams, I think, of this tournament. All the people that are watching too, like, you guys can do this as well. You guys can earn your chance. Go look up Esports Tower, and they're doing good things over there.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full-time.
While I work full-time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Broadcast of the Esports Tower Rumble, broadcasting live from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. Round 2 of our group stage about to kick off. Anybody slow down the Barracudas. We're going to find out. I think that answer is no, though. Fish and Nerdy here to call all of the action. And Nerdy, I think we've already established that unless something goes horribly wrong for the Barracudas, they should be safe as our #1 seed. I think the real question is going to come down to who's going to be competing against them. We saw them just dismantle the Swerve, but I think the Swerve had some good performances. And I think this Lynx roster with Jockstraw and Flux, who are players we've seen for several Rumbles, I think they could get it going as well. There are some very talented teams that I think could maybe give the Barracudas a run for their money in a week or maybe even sooner, depending on how many scrims they want to put in.
Well, I mean, in our highlight reel that we got to see of the game where they played against the Mammoths, the Lynx definitely popped off. Granted, we didn't get to see a lot of time to, analyze how well the rotations work out and things of that regard. But if we do see them match up with Barracudas tonight, we could see them give a run for their money. But I'm not making any predictions.
I think the other team that I want to see is the Swerve and just how they respond. There's always sort of that question when you have these rapid-fire games like that. You go against the Barracudas. You played the grand finals. You probably knew this schedule came out. You're like, okay, we want to be able to take a game out the Barracudas. Maybe we'll take 2 games out the Barracudas. Maybe we'll give them a run for their money. And they did for about 2.5 minutes in the game, and then they just got blown out of the water. How do they respond against the Red Mammoths is definitely something I want to see. And the Lynx have to take on those Barracudas, so hopefully they can get something going. We also got Yellow Mammoths, Pink Wolves, Blue Wolves, and Red Wolves all going at it here in our round 2. All of this in the group play leading up to our standings that we'll have at the end of the night, and we'll see how the teams will stack up for next week's bracket play, where somebody's going to win and somebody's going to compete in a future BFC event against content creators and pro players alike. But it's time, before we get to round 2, though, to tell these teams what they need to do in order to be able to win no matter who they are playing against, and that is Doc's keys to the game. Don't let them have multiple attempts. Clear the ball at angles, steal the boost, and bump and demo to disrupt. It's all presented by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. You'll get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. Go check them out, esportstower.com. And let's hop in to our round 2 highlights here. We're going to kick things off with that team I just talked about, the Swerves and the Red Mammoths here. See how the Swerves respond. They'll be in blue, Red Mammoths in orange. Swerve has shown that they can bounce back in a hurry, and you see right now it's already 5-2. It looks like they have already gotten over that loss they suffered to the Barracudas.
We've got Pancake in for Loaf on this one, with Hollix and Jay Blank coming in hot on it as well. Sunky for the Red Mammoths, though, and Llama Guy, we've seen them in the past. It's been a while since they made an appearance here at the Rumble. Both fantastic powerhouses, so we could see them pop off during this round as well.
Yeah, looks like that. Just brief highlights there from all we've been told here. The Swerve kind of dominated that series. So, it was, a fantastic bounce back, and it's something I challenge them to do. Are you able to bounce back? Identical score lines. I think Jay Blank coming in had some spectacular plays against the Barracudas, so it is nice to see that roster is 4 deep for the Swerve, because you never know, as you mentioned, Nerdy, when we saw Jay Blake come in, what could happen. Your dinner hat comes up, something comes up where, an emergency. You never know. These are just all high school kids, so it is nice to see that roster is 4 deep. Well, our second highlight game of the night is going to come from Group A, where the Barracudas are facing off against the Lynx. Barracudas have been dominating in these Rumbles, but potentially the Lynx could maybe make a game out of it. We'll have to see, as I'm actually told. We're going to hop right into game number 5. So the Lynx, maybe the Barracudas coming in a bit overconfident. We're going to see what they can do. Game 5, we'll take a look here. Maybe the Lynx can pull off the upset of the night.
Flux stealing that 50-50 away from Quez. We have a new name here, at least one we haven't seen in a long time. Racer taking out one of the players in front of the goal right there. Following up the shot, Jay and Quez managing to save it, both double teaming a little bit though. Loaf is now on the roster for the Barracudas as well, as we see Jockstrad steal that ball away from them, but Quez comes in, reading it perfectly, stealing it away, and now we've got Jay back at the goal with Loaf up front, trying to make sure they can help Quez out. Quez playing it off that wall, unfortunately, miscalculating a little bit, dropping it right on top of Racer.
Racer can't quite get it around Loaf, but Flux takes it over and gets the first goal of Game 5. Fantastic effort, as you mentioned, a pair of subs for the Barracudas, Loaf and Jay. And we'll see how they're able to respond as Quez off the kickoff, going to carry that one up the field himself. Tries to get around Flux, not quite able to. Jay's going to center it up.
Ooh!
And they're going to be able to put it home, and the Barracudas have tied things up just like that.
Flux is, I don't know. one of those players that makes some insane goals and angles that don't make sense to any of us. So I feel like if there's someone that can go toe-to-toe with Quez, it's probably them. However, Flux also has to battle out Jay, and Jay is a powerhouse in themselves.
Get a goal right there as well from the Lynx. Looks like that one's going to be credited to Jockstrot. And that's the other interesting thing is Jockstrot, they used to be teammates for a few rumbles with Quez on this Barracuda, so he might have some insight on how the Barracudas like to play, how Quez likes to lead his team. So maybe that's the reason why the Lynx have gotten this to a surprising Game 5. Right now have the lead with a minute gone by as Jay makes a great save. Loaf not quite able to find it, but he will get a bump out of the way. Now Jay demoed from behind, but Quez is going to just take this one himself. Flux, though, clears it away. Loaf overdrives it, able to recover, though. Tries to get a pass, but it's stolen away.
And Racer was the one to spike it down on the ground. They have to outplay Quez, however. With the follow-up there from Jockstrap, they do manage to get in front of the goal, but Loaf comes in, shooting it over to the side. Now Jockstrap trying to center it up for one of their teammates. Unfortunately, Jay beats Flux to that ball. Now it's in front of the goal once again. Loaf dropping it down. Now Quez has possession, trying to take it up the midfield. Jockstrap reading it perfectly. Unfortunately, Jay, though, sniping it away from them. And Quez and Jay, unfortunately, on that double commit, losing the ball. Now the Lynx have the opportunity to maintain possession here. Unfortunately, Quez has something else to say about that as Loaf gets a shot on goal.
Jockstrap barely going to get that one around Jay. There's double commit from Quez and Loaf combining, but it does not matter. Quez, top left corner, nobody could stop it. And just like that, we've got ourselves a 2-2 game here. All right, off the kickoff, Racer's going to win that one with relative ease, but Loaf able to maintain that in the corner, tries to push it near midfield, gets stolen away. Jay just going to play that one away, keep that goal nice and safe as Quez is hanging out there as well.
Flux gets a nice centering shot off that back wall over to Racer. Loaf unfortunately elevated but missed it. Quez managing to get some possession on it, tossing it over to Loaf, who plays it, unfortunately dropping it down on Jockstrap as Jay gets taken out by one of the members of the Lynx. Jockstrap and Flux now double teaming, trying to get a shot on goal. It is turned away though by Quez and Jay.
See, now another shot here, going to be turned away by Loaf at the last minute. He'll pop it up in the air. Jay was right there, bit of a miscommunication. Quez clears it. Jay's just going to bicycle it over into that orange corner, create some space. You see Racer over in the corner. Flux setting up in the goal, but Loaf's going to play it around him. They try the pass, but Flux is right there. Now it looks like Quez waiting for it, gets blasted out of the way. Jockstrap trying to carry it toward that blue side. He's not going to be able to find it. Jay comes racing in, and you can see Barracuda's making these simple mistakes they don't usually make with a couple of subs in. Wow.
Oh my. Even with the subs, though, they're still managing to score some beautiful goals. However, only one goal lead with a minute and 40 still on the clock. Cannot celebrate just yet. No popping that kid's champagne for anyone. Granted, these kids are high school. No one's over the age of 21. I can't tell them to drink real champagne. But they still got to be careful. You mentioned it. They're falling apart a little bit in a couple spots. Yeah, having some subs in is definitely not helping them out. Lynx may be able to take advantage of that.
Lynx have made it a series. We saw that goal from Quez the second time. It's fantastic. What is Jockstrap? Plays it around one. Racer's going to try and clear it, but he doesn't get a good hit on it. That allows Loaf to center it up. Barely sinks the ball past. I think he's going to get a demo as well. As Quez just going to play defensively. Do-it-all member for the Barracudas has never missed a single rumble. And I think that ball gets stolen away from him, but it's not going to matter. It's a 4-2 lead.
Everyone on the side of the Barracudas has had a goal this round in particular. Nicely done. That shows just, you got to spread the love around a little bit. It takes everyone on the field in order to actually make a success out of everything that's happening. As we see another shot on goal from the Lynx, turned away by Jay there, but the Lynx aren't giving up just yet. And it does eventually get turned away now. Jockstrap trying to prevent the possession from completely turning over, maintaining pressure over here, but Quez steals it away, barely playing it around the hood of Jockstrap.
Quez gets a long clear. Tried to play the rebound, but Flux read that one perfectly. But 30 seconds left on the clock. Time ticking down. Jockstrap and company got to score now if they want a chance. Great play by Quez. Makes another fantastic save off the crossbar. Can he do one more? No, he cannot. Jockstrap gets the great save. Now Flux trying to clear this one down. He's got a couple of teammates there in the middle, but Jay makes the save. The Barracuda's going to go on to win this game. But a great job by the Lynx, doing more than I think anyone expected against the Barracudas, subs or not.
It's a little difficult when one of those subs is Jay, I feel like.
Yeah. That is fair. Jay, a very talented member of the esports tower. We've had a chance to talk to him. Fantastic. I mean, yeah, I think that, probably fair that they – honestly, I don't even know if that's a talent upgrade or downgrade because, I mean, Magic and Prodigy, the normal members for the Barracudas, are absolutely insane. I think that is something that really speaks volumes about Quez is he's made it to the top. He's now on the best team in the Rumbles. But according to the coaches, he is still practicing all the time. He's never missed a single game in the Rumbles for the Barracudas. I mean, he still is acting, like he's probably one of those low-level players grinding it out. So that's a huge shout-out to Quez having that much dedication, even when he feels like he is at the top of his craft and by far one of the best, if not the best players in our Rumbles.
Quez, just make sure you're getting sleep and eating, please. It's my only request. As someone who has definitely grinded a game for far too long, just take care of yourself.
Now we get our round 2 premier match. Going to come from Group B with the Yellow Mammoths facing off against the new team to our Rumble, the Pink Wolves. Yellow Mammoths have gotten off to a fast start in the group stage, trying to get a high seed. Maybe the Pink Wolves can come out of nowhere and take them down. We'll take a look at this best-of-5 series and see how it goes. Like we said, we've seen the Yellow Mammoths in the past. The Pink Wolves are a new team, though they do have a couple members with names you might recognize like HGR, Sir Wolf, and Scalix is cute. So not a new players, but definitely a new team. And right now they're already on the defense as HGR is trying to get a clear here with me on Twitch coming in. That ball's going to get stolen away by Ninja Boy as well. Now Dragon Boy with a wide open net bounces it perfectly, but it's just wide.
Now HGR has the opportunity to bring it up that midfield, but Ninja reading it well, takes it away, plays it around Sir Wolf as well. HGR trying to move them around, allowing Salaxis is cute to come in, steal the ball away from them. Neon Switch, defending powerhouse for the side of the Mammoths, however, putting themselves right in front of, between the goal and that other player, preventing it from going in. Dragon now using that as the opportunity to bring it all the way over to the side of the Pink Wolves. HGR trying to steal the ball away, but Dragon is not giving up as it gets popped high in the air.
HGR tried to pass to Sir Wolf, weren't quite able to complete it, and now Ninja Boy over to me on Switch. HGR is just going to deny that one in the corner, but Dragon Boy right there keeps the pressure on. HGR can't quite get it clear here. Me on Switch going to challenge him well. You see Sir Wolf and Scalox is cute. Hanging out in that goal, looking to make sure they stop anything that comes their way. And right now the Pink Wolves are not getting much offense, but they're getting a lot of great defense with another save there. It's just trying to clear this ball away.
We have Ninja Boy playing it off the wall to themselves. There was no one in the goal, but Sir Wolf managed to come flying in the last possible second. Now playing it off the wall, unfortunately hitting the ceiling, miscalculating that a little bit. Drops it in front of Neon Switch, who tosses it up to Ninja Boy Gaming. Ninja plays it around HGR, and now we've got Galaxis is cute, elevating to try and spike the ball down. Unfortunately, missing that one. Neon Switch and Ninja not getting great touches on the ball, but Dragon does. Playing it off the back wall, centering it up for Ninja, who scores finally after almost 2 whole minutes elapsing in this round.
I think this is going to be a great play. It looks like by me on Switch gets the double bump out of the way. Turns it into Demolition Derby there for a second in the goal. That opens things up for Dragon Boy to be, or Ninja Boy Gaming, excuse me, to be able to put that one in the back of the net and give the Yellow Mammoths a 1-0 lead. Once again, already side control for the Yellow Mammoths. HGR has to make a fantastic save. Neon Switch can't quite find a chance here. Sir Wolf's going to clear it towards midfield, but Dragon Boy just stops with a great bicycle here. Scalix is cute, though. Still trying to keep this ball alive. It goes to the blue side again, and Neon Switch immediately puts an end to that.
Sir Wolf reads it perfectly, saving that one, spiking it high to themselves now, trying to outplay Dragon Boy. They spike it over them as well. Sir Wolf still has a nice opportunity to get a shot on goal. Unfortunately, it's just played a little bit too high. The follow from HGR, however, will be turned away by Neon Switch. That great defending powerhouse. I've said it before here that they are fantastic at that. Now Neon gets a nice opportunity to send it across the midfield, but Salaxis is cute. Stops that one in its tracks.
HGR trying to make a play on it, loses control of his dribble. Ninja Boy's going to pop it high in the air toward his own goal. Sir Wolf sees an opportunity, just hits off the crossbar. So Galaxis not quite able to get the follow-up that the Pink Wolves were looking for. Now Ninja Boy Gaming going to maybe try a back pass here, ends up deciding he wants to play it himself. Can't quite sneak it around Sir Wolf though. Now me on Switch near that midfield stripe. Here with his trunk over into that corner. Scalax is not able to get a play on it, but HGR waiting for it. He's going to try and clear this one out of his own side.
The Pink Wolves are playing rather defensively, Fish. You mentioned it earlier. Now looking at kind of, the more pulled back camera views that I can see, it feels like they're a little hesitant to push forward even at the midfield when one of their players does have possession of the ball on the opposite side. I understand not wanting to leave your goal open, but you can rotate forward without completely leaving it defenseless,
Yeah, I completely agree with that because I think you're right. It seems like there's always somebody in that net for the Pink Wolves, but as we talk about that, they finally get an offensive possession going. All two members of the Yellow Mammoths missed a wide open chance here for Sir Wolf. Plays it around one, pops it up in the air over another one, but it's just wide. And again, that defensive approach comes out as there's no follow-up for the Pink Wolves.
HDR still trying to keep it alive over here with some help from Salaxis. It is popped off that back wall, almost in a perfect centering shot. Sir Wolf comes in to keep the play alive right now. All three members of the Yellow Wolves, well, the Yellow Mammoths are in front of the goal right now, and all three members of the Pink Wolves, they are not giving up on this one just yet as Neon Switch gets that clear, but Salaxis is there, and the clear is denied, bringing the Pink Wolves up to their first goal.
Yeah, fantastic job here by the Pink Wolves, just keeping that pressure on for so long. Side control, something we always talk about here, and they turn that into a goal. And about 40 seconds left, our timer a bit fast. Should give them plenty of time for one of these goals to potentially win here. As Ninja Boy makes a great save, Skalaxis nearly had a fantastic goal off a kickoff to give his team the potential to win.
Skalaxis also saves that shot. Ninja Boy elevates, doing a back pass actually to Dragon Boy, who was going to take it off the wall, playing it into the midfield to center it up for one of their teammates. Unfortunately, Neon Switch will not get the right touch on it. Ninja Boy naming shot will be turned away by Sir Wolf, who spikes it over Neon Switch. Neon did manage to brace them down to it and beat them to it. HDR following it up to keep this push over here alive. Once again, Dragon overdriving that ball, but Ninja Boy getting the clear finally in front of an almost completely open net.
HDR gonna turn away Ninja Boy. 5 seconds from overtime here in game one. Looks like we'll be trending in that direction. HDR is gonna keep it alive for now. Keeps it, oh, right, oh no!
Ninja Boy!
HDR goes to length of the field. Gets a great wraparound to keep the ball in the air, and unfortunately it's gonna bounce off the hood of Ninja Boy. Nobody was there for the side of the Pink Wolves.
Oh, Ninja, I'll be honest, just like what I said to Quez, had you not been there, it was gonna go in. You being there just added an extra bumper, like, you know, if you're bowling with bumpers on the side.
So has to be very unfortunate for the side of the Yellow Mammoths, who look like they were destined for overtime. But HDR, the senior member of this Pink Wolf squad, gets a fantastic goal that I'm sure not even he could have dreamed of, and it puts the Pink Wolves up 1-0. But I think these teams are incredibly close, and would not be shocked if every other game goes to overtime, or really maybe goes in the Yellow Mammoths' favor, because I think we both kind of caught on. The Pink Wolves, very defensive, which you won't allow a lot of goals in, but it also makes it very, very hard to score any goals, and they definitely struggled. Without that own goal, I don't know if they would have had many more opportunities.
You do have to turn your defensive, you know, rotations and opportunities into offensive opportunities, and that little extra bit is what the Pink Wolves are missing. There was a lot of times where there was great shots on goal, just no follow-up. I understand wanting to make sure there isn't an easy goal for another team to score on you, but you also need to be ready to follow up your teammates. Like, you kind of leaving them with no help.
Yeah, it's a very delicate line of when do you send three members, when do you hold back, and I think that's what the Pink Wolves are still trying to figure out, and I think they're erring on the side of caution, which is never a bad thing, as you said. I mean, you can defend a lot of shots. I mean, the problem is if you go down 1-0, maybe 2-0, then it's like, okay, how do you come back? How do you generate offense? So I do think that the Pink Wolves, if they play a bit more offensively, like I think they're capable of, they definitely could make something happen. As we see Neon switch right out of the gate. Just 8 seconds into our match, score right off the kickoff with a great aerial goal himself.
Neon, I've talked about your great defensive ability and your great rotations, but you yourself are becoming a triple threat player. That was a fantastic aerial goal. I want to see more of that here in the future. Just learn how to steal the ball away in the air, and I feel like the Yellow Wolves might be the team to give the Barracudas a run for their money here pretty soon.
The Yellow Mammoths have looked strong. It was a fluke goal that kind of gave the Pink Wolves the win, but we'll see if the Pink Wolves can make that not a fluke, because once again, they're all defensive, and for good reasons. Ninja Boy's already there. His shot does get turned away, but Dragon Boy will keep it alive in the corner. Great wraparound. Double commit comes out. Ball kind of ricochets off the two members of the Pink Wolves. Now Sir Wolf can't find a clear. Ninja Boy's going to go up in the air, trying to get a second touch on it, but Skalax is able to clear that one away. Great read.
I've got HDR trying to beat Dragon to this ball here. Skalax and Cute now trying to battle out Ninja Boy for possession. Sir Wolf comes in, spiking it over Ninja Boy, sending it over all the way into the corner here on the Yellow Mammoth side.
HDR takes a shot. Oh, it hits off the crossbar, bounces in. HDR having himself quite the series with some incredibly lucky goals, and this is going to add to that. He takes a great shot, but the crossbar this time was in his favor, and it bounces it right in.
I think they heard us when we said you just need to be a little bit more offensive.
Yeah, I mean, I think for good reason, because right now they're looking like a much more, dominant team. I think for the Pink Wolves, look like they can maybe put themselves up 2-0 as we see all three members on that orange side. And the blue side there, Skalaxis challenge to Dragon Boy, not quite able to find it. Ninja Boy going to clear it away. And now we see that retreat come out from the Pink Wolves, so they're not quite over their full defensive stage just yet.
HDR does try to pop it over Dragon's hood right there. Unfortunately, it was red a little bit. Sir Wolf now trying to beat Dragon to the ball. Dragon does clear it, but HDR reading it perfectly, taking it down into the corner as Neon switches, hits it off that sidewall over to Ninja Boy at the mid. Skalaxis pops it up, but unfortunately Ninja still maintaining a level of possession here. Skalaxis is cute. Overdrives that one as we see Sir Wolf elevate, but Dragon will spike the ball down on the ground in front of Neon.
Switch now going to try and carry it himself. Sets it up perfectly with a great pitch, but it just gets turned away by Sir Wolf. Dragon Boy and HDR both in the corner. HDR will play it off the wall, gets it over one. Neon Switch retreating, finally gets a hold of it. Sir Wolf with a great opportunity, takes a shot. Is there a follow-up for the side of the Big Wolves? We saw Skalaxis coming in, but he just flew over the ball.
Sir Wolf has the ball drop right on top of their hood, and they spike it high, allowing Dragon Boy from the other side to get some possession on it. HDR elevates to spike it down in front of them. Ninja Boy following that one up. Sir Wolf going off the back wall to drop it down to the midfield. Neon trying to steal it away. Sir Wolf playing around all three members of the Yellow Mammoths now. Just has to beat Dragon, who gets possession of the ball, just playing it off that backboard, dropping it down right by one of the boosts in the midfield. Mark now trying to get a shot on goal. All three members of the Wolves have rotated. Skalaxis is cute, steals it away, allowing HDR to get in front of the blue goal and get a shot on that is turned away by Dragon Boy.
Dragon Boy now going to clear it over to that orange side. Skalaxis will miss on it. That's going to set up Neon Switch with a great opportunity. HDR can't quite find the clear. Dragon Boy is going to set it up. Ninja Boy comes flying in, not able to find it. One more attempt for the Yellow Mammoths. It's a wide open net. Dragon Boy is finally able to find it with just under 2 minutes on the clock.
I need to see what was happening here. Where did our members go that were for the... Oh, I see. All right. It's okay. They went for boost. It happens.
Everybody going for boost. Small communication thing, but as we said, the Pink Wolves, a new team to these Rumbles, so I'm sure they still have some communication things that they're still trying to work out, figure out how everybody likes to communicate, so no shame in that. As Skalaxis trying to get one back. Sir Wolf with a great opportunity, just barely misses that rebound attempt as HDR steals it away from Ninja Boy. And now Dragon Boy is going to keep this one alive in the corner. Sir Wolf clears it away, gets it over one, gets it off the trunk of Ninja Boy. It's a one-on-one, but Neon Switch just immediately going to clear that one back and shut that possession down.
We've got Skalaxis is cute, elevating to spike the ball across the field. Ninja Boy reads it well, dropping it down on top of Sir Wolf's hood. It does get hit in the air again. Neon Switch elevates, dropping it in front of a completely open net, and with no one else touching the ball, it finds the net.
Fantastic job by Neon Switch, who has had moments where he looked absolutely insane. I don't know if he's maybe just holding back defensively or what, but another fantastic goal. Gonna give the Mammoths that 3-1 lead, and now this is kind of what we alluded to. With you're down 2 goals and you have a defensive play style, it can be very, very hard to overcome that deficit. The Pink Wolves going to get it way more aggressive in a hurry, but not if Ninja Boy can put a 4th goal in first.
It does go wide of the net. Dragon Boy tried to help them out. Neon Switch now elevating, drops the ball right in front of the net. It's off that backboard yet again. Dragon Boy there for the follow-up, bringing the Yellow Mammoths score to 4 with 54 seconds remaining. With the play style we see coming off of the Pink Wolves, I do not foresee this gap getting closed.
Yeah, fantastic game by the Yellow Mammoths. They are able to win this. They could be looking at an undefeated group stage heading into that bracket next week, which would give them a fantastic chance. Maybe make a run to the grand finals. So this is a Yellow Mammoths team that is getting more and more talented by the week, and I think you're completely right, Nerdy, with how we've seen the Pink Wolves play so far. This 3-goal deficit, I would assume, seems likely to hold. And Sir Wolf's going to blast one in. It's just a bit too high, unfortunately.
And there wasn't enough speed or follow-up from their teammates to find the goal. Neon Switch now trying to get it past that midfield. HDR pops it over their head. Dragon Boy does just the same to them. Now Ninja getting a touch on it, sent into the corner. HDR stealing that ball away. Flaxus' cute attempts to get a nice shot on goal. Unfortunately, it's turned into the corner as Neon Switch gets the ball shot back to the mid.
Time ticking down here. Maybe one last chance for the Pink Wolves to find a goal, but definitely not the 3 they need. Put themselves on match point. We might even see the Yellow Mammoths get one, and we will. Neon Switch picking up his a hat trick, and behind the back of Neon Switch, looks like we've got ourselves a 1-1 game, a 1-1 series heading to game 3. Should be enough time for maybe a kickoff. Our timer is a bit fast. Yeah, 2 seconds left on the clock. Not much more going to happen. I don't know if HDR has any magic left in the tank. I don't think he will. All this ball has to do is touch the ground. He was going for it. Couldn't quite make it. The Yellow Mammoths tie this up at 1 aside as we head to game number 3.
I still have faith. This could be brought to a 5-game series. But Pink Wolves, y'all need to get a little bit more aggressive. I know it's not always to your advantage, but you guys have some great defensive ability here. You've demonstrated it. You do not leave that goal open very often. It did happen once. It happens to everybody. I mean, it is, you know, a game with RC cars at the end of the day. There's only so much you can control of that car. But just have more faith in yourself to be able to push forward and get those goals and follow up shots from your teammates. Just make sure you call who's going forward and call if you are so someone can rotate back. And know that your teammates will be there to back you up and someone will be ready to back into the goal if they need to.
Yeah, I mean, I think speaking of aggressive, I think the other thing that if the series, you know, if the Yellow Mammoths want to maybe wrap the series up a bit quicker, I think that maybe Neon Switch needs to come out from his defensive role because he had some fantastic aerial goals that even if you have 2 or maybe even 3 members in the goal, could be so hard to defend that aerial play style. So I think Neon Switch could easily get 3, maybe even 4 goals in these next few games if he's able to play as aggressive as he played at moments in that game too. So I'd kind of like to see the Yellow Mammoths maybe kind of unleash Neon Switch and maybe have somebody else rotate back instead because I think Neon Switch could, I don't want to say single-handedly, but could put a huge dent just 1v3 in this Pink Wolves playstyle.
If my memory serves me correctly, Neon is actually being coached under, I believe it's either Sunky or Sleepy, and they definitely have taken on the playstyle of the higher-ranked players that we see in the esports tower doing a lot of those aerial shots. As you said, they're hard to stop, and Neon, you did it consecutively in that last round. We would love to see you do it more.
It'd be so hard, just the fact that just like soccer, you kind of flat-footed sitting on that goal. You're not going to have the boost to elevate quickly, so I'd love to see Neon Switch maybe have that pop-off moment, but for now, he's going to remain on the defensive side of things. Now he'll push forward with a great pass, but a huge save from Sir Wolf. Fantastic play all around. Ninja Boy's going to keep it alive. Skalaxis just misses out on it. HGR sneaks it around 1. Dragon Boy's just going to launch that back down on the net. 2 members in goal for the Pink Wolves to make a save. Neon Switch gets the demo. Ball's hanging out there still. Finally, Sir Wolf's going to be able to get a touch on it to at least clear it away from his own goal.
We do see Skalaxis' cute takeout. Dragon Boy 6406. HGR gets a spike on the ball, sending it in front of that blue goal, but Neon Switch and Ninja Boy are both there. Neon plays it around Sir Wolf, taking it out towards the orange goal. Skalaxis' cute is rotating back. HGR reads the shot on goal well, redirects it towards the mid, but Ninja Boy stops it from crossing that midfield stripe, but Sir Wolf yet again stealing it away in mid-flight.
Dragon Boy just going to be able to corral that one nice and easy in the blue corner. He's going to carry it up the wall, trying to get one more touch on it. He will. This is just push it around the corner. Does get demoed, so now Ninja Boy has to come in. Neon Switch waiting near that midfield mark, looking for a pass. Ends up going over to try and help him. And a little bit of selfishness there from the Yellow Mammoth, just going to deteriorate that whole play.
Got Sir Wolf now taking it across that midfield stripe, but Dragon Boy read it perfectly. His Q came in to try and steal the ball away. Unfortunately, they overdrove that one a little bit. Neon Switch also comes in to stop the ball from going across that midfield. Dragon Boy trying to battle HGR out for possession here. Skalaxis rotating back towards the goal right now as Ninja Boy takes it up the side.
Ninja Boy with a great pass to Neon Switch. The back pass played perfectly here.
The give and go. It was clean.
Absolutely fantastic there from Neon Switch and Ninja Boy. See how the Pink Wolves can respond. Still haven't seen them maybe as aggressive as we were hoping for. Still plenty of time to change that. Just under 3 minutes left of this game. Ball back on that orange side, though, where it has been a considerable amount of time, especially in this game. 3 early on as Ninja Boy going to pass that one back to me on switch. Kind of grounds it in a very awkward spot. HGR takes great advantage.
I think HGR scored in total across these 3 matches thus far. I think that was their 3rd goal, right? Or their 4th. Did they score both in the first game?
Yes, they did. I think that is their 4th goal.
So HDR, keep doing what you're doing.
Maybe just 1 goal from Sir Wolf for Skalaxis is cute as that one hits off the crossbar. So close for Skalaxis right off the kickoff. Now me on switch racing down. HGR is just going to steal that one away. Get caught up here with Dragon Boy in the corner. Sir Wolf comes racing in, pops it up in the air. Scary spot the beast. Oh, Skalaxis just can't get enough altitude. And that ball is going to just go over to the side.
Sir Wolf tries to steal the ball away from me on switch. They manage to do that and take out Dragon Boy. HDR back passes into Sir Wolf, and the shot on goal is prevented though and sent all the way over to the Pink Wolves goal. Now we've got Sir Wolf trying to battle out Ninja Boy Gaming for possession here, but Ninja Boy playing it off the back wall to themselves with a double tap. Finds a goal.
And just a fantastic goal here for Ninja Boy to be able to double tap that ball in a way that the angle's going to slowly push it in. Nothing you can do if you're the side of the Pink Wolves. Just like that, the Yellow Mammoths have the lead, but it's only a 2-1 game with just under 2 minutes left off the kickoff.
Oh
no! Disaster strikes. I think Dragon Boy caught flight for some reason. Oh, no, it was me on switch. He just jumped in the air and just completely missed, and a great shot by HDR to tie this game up.
Neon, it's okay, it happens.
HDR just needs a little bit of offensive help from somebody, and I think the Pink Wolves can win this game and send themselves the match point as Ninja Boy is going to set himself up almost perfectly. The ball just barely over his torso there, and now that ball is going to get pushed all the way back to that blue side. Chance here for Skalaxis, but Ninja Boy makes a great save.
We've got Ninja Boy now taking it across that midfield stripe. HDR stealing it away, shooting it at the goal. It's a little bit wide. Leon switch now trying to get possession of the ball here at midfield. We do see Sir Wolf flying in to take them out, allowing themselves to get possession, allowing HDR to get possession of the ball, taking out the back wall in front of the blue goal. But Ninja Boy elevating, spiking it over HDR in front of an empty net. And the Mammoths score their 3rd goal.
A great job here by Ninja Boy. He's taking some fantastic shots. So hard to defend those. You see Skalaxis racing back. Couldn't quite get there in time, and HGR didn't have the boost. And the Yellow Mammoth just under 90 seconds left in this game of a chance to put themselves on match point. 1 more goal would assuredly do it with just how defensive Pink Wolves have been playing. And Dragon Boy and Ninja Boy nearly combined for a fantastic goal. It's just barely off the mark to the right.
We see a demolition come out onto Skalaxis from Ninja Boy there. Now we've got me on switch and Ninja Boy both in front of the goal. Dragon elevating to get a shot in. It's too high off that back wall. Was centered up, but HDR beat me on switch to the ball, forcing Ninja Boy to retreat all the way towards their own goal. HDR now trying to steal this ball away as we have HDR fly in to spike the ball, but Neon Switch playing it off the wall to one of their teammates. HDR stealing it in mid-pass.
HGR trying to make a play. Skalaxis coming in, but Dragon Boy is able to steal that one. Can't quite play it around Sir Wolf, though. 30 seconds left here. Pink Wolves need 1 more goal. That ball's going to get pinched all the way back to the orange side. HGR hits it on the blue side, gets bumped out of the way. Dragon Boy trying to set something up with a fantastic play. There's no follow-up, unfortunately. He'll try and reverse it in. That ball's going to go nowhere, and Skalaxis and HGR should be able to clear it away. Big mistake, though. Me on switch. Oh, it's right in front of the net. Everybody's there. Another stop. And now HGR's got to go the length of the field to tie this game up.
You did it once, HGR. You can do it again. You've got 3 seconds left on the clock. Just prevent that ball from touching the ground. Ah, darn.
HGR right there. So was Sir Wolf, but the Yellow Mammoths will hang on just barely. An absolute bananas final 15 seconds. All 6 members right on the crease of the goal. But the ball does not go in, and the Yellow Mammoths will head to game 4, up 2 games to 1. Definitely a winnable series for either side. Pink Wolves, they've got a lot of fantastic play from HGR, who is the veteran, but still only in his 3rd Rumble event. If Sir Wolf or Skalaxis able to make just 1 or 2 more offensive plays, I think the Pink Wolves have a very, very good shot of getting this to a game 5. But I also think the Yellow Mammoths haven't been playing up to their full potential. I think they could maybe put 5 or 6 on the board if they are able to get that aerial play going, especially from me on Twitch.
I don't know what to suggest in that regard if we want to see Mion switch pop off more. Maybe just, be more of the supportive role player, because Mion, as we mentioned, is the defensive powerhouse.
Yep.
They stay back in that goal, and they're very on top of ensuring they're rotating towards the back post. Mion, maybe bequeath that role onto one of your teammates. Dragon Boy and Ninja Boy have been doing a lot of the forward pushing and being the offensive players. Maybe ask them to let you have a chance.
HGR trying to 1v3 right now. Bunch of puppy people out of the way. Sir Wolf nearly has a chance. Not quite able to find it. The hero ball right in front of that orange net once again. Sir Wolf trying to just muscle it around Dragon Boy. Finally, Mion switch. Just kind of pushes his own teammate out of the way. But HGR keeps it alive until finally Ninja Boy clears it out. But a great start here for the Pink Wolves.
Ninja Boy loses that ball. Dragon Boy thankfully saves them. Sir Wolf spikes it off the back wall, trying to get it clear. Mion switch reads it perfectly. Shot high right back to Sir Wolf, who passes it over to Skalaxis. Ninja Boy reading it in mid-flight with the follow from Dragon, get a shot on goal, but there is both two members of the Pink Wolves there, so it does not go in. So you see Mion get another shot on goal, turned away by HDR, and another one from Dragon Boy with the follow-up from Ninja Boy, finding the first goal for the Yellow Mammoths.
Ninja Boy just put on a clinic of how to play that rover position. You saw we got his point of view on the goal. He was just waiting, finally sees his moment to strike, comes racing in. And he's able to get the first goal of the game for the Yellow Mammoths. Here off the kickoff, Dragon Boy and Sir Wolf will collide. Ball will just get shot high up in the air. Mion switch will just get barely a back tire on it before HGR is going to push it right back towards that midfield stripe. Ninja Boy and Dragon Boy combined. Clear that one away, but Sir Wolf just steals it, hits it into that orange corner.
Sir Wolf fortunately overdrives it, allowing Mion switch to get their hood on it, trying to spike it over one of the members of the Pink Wolves. They do unfortunately lose it, but Ninja Boy with the follow-up is now going to take it up the side, bringing it down here into the corner. Has to play it around Sir Wolf and Ninja Boy, but Dragon gets a shot on goal. Unfortunately, that crossbar is not anybody's friend tonight. Another shot on goal from Dragon Boy, turned away by HGR.
Full-on commit from the Yellow Mammoths, but they recover nicely here to get everybody back in the goal to hold on to this lead. Great play by Ninja Boy to get it around Skalaxis. Sir Wolf does get a nose on it, though. He's got Skalaxis in midfield, but Dragon Boy's just going to steal that one away. Ninja Boy racing in, but HGR should be able to at least stop this play.
We got Ninja Boy trying to play it off the wall to Dragon. It's a great centering shot, but Sir Wolf elevated, spiking it high. It drops down right in front of the goal line. Mion switch to come in and to finish out that attempt and scoring their second goal for the game.
Unfortunately, I think a bit of a double commit there. HGR got knocked out of the way, couldn't recover in time. Mion switch comes flying in. Just like that, the Yellow Mammoths have a 2-0 lead. 3 minutes left in this game forward. The Yellow Mammoths trying to go undefeated in the group stage, set themselves up with a fantastic seed in next week's bracket stage. Skalaxis is cute, gets a nice demolition there, but the Pink Wolves are going to need more than one demolition to maybe try and start to come back in this game.
Ninja Boy now playing it around two members of the Pink Wolves in the air. Their shot is turned away by HGR. Now Skalaxis is cute. Has to play it around Mion switch by playing it off the wall line. Sir Wolf to take it away. That was a beautiful play between the two of them. Now there's all three members, though, of the Yellow Mammoths in front of the goal, so their shot gets turned away. HDR at the midfield tries to bicycle it back, but unfortunately they miscalculated just a little bit, allowing it to still just crawl back into the Pink Wolves territory.
Wolf and HGR trying to combine for a clear. Skalaxis not able to get it around Dragon Boy. That ball spending way too much time on that blue side. Dragon Boy hits the crossbar, follow up from Ninja Boy. And that Yellow Mammoths lead is now 3-0 in time. Starting to wind down on the side of the Pink Wolves.
With their pace, the Pink Wolves can score 3 goals in 2 minutes. It's kind of, that's more than enough time for them to do it. That's consistent with their steady pace that they've kept within these rounds. However, they need to take advantage of some of the double commits we see coming out from the Yellow Mammoths in order to do just that. As we see HDR get a nice clear here. Dragon Boy tries to elevate to hit it. Unfortunately, both them and Mion switch from misses. Skalaxis is cute. Now just has to play it around Dragon Boy, who elevates, spiking it over them. HDR reads it well, but the follow from Ninja Boy will result in a clear for the Yellow Mammoths. HDR racing back towards the goal and try to prevent it from being just empty and allowing an easy shot on as Mion takes it into the air, playing it. Unfortunately, the shot a little bit too far to the left. The ball is from Dragon Boy finding the net.
Dragon Boy. Oh, almost maybe certainly puts this one away. Him and me on Switch have been fantastic in this series, and Ninja Boy has complimented them as well. As actually Ninja Boy was racing in case something went wrong on that shot. Minute 35 left. Time really starting to wear down as we see the Pink Wolves only with 2 shots in total in this game 4. Even HGR struggling a little bit here. They're going to need a complete and total turnaround with this ball spending almost, I would say, the full 5 minutes on this blue side. We've seen me on Switch get a demolition, and Ninja Boy trying to set something up for Dragon Boy, and he'll do just that.
There's nothing more you can really do here in this situation, I feel like.
Mammoths have done a great job. First couple games of this series, incredibly close. This time the Yellow Mammoths have really started to pull away, and as we said, they could potentially be advancing from this week's group stage completely undefeated, assuming they would probably join the Barracudas in that regard. Heading into the bracket stage, which gives them a very nice seed. They've been looking stronger and stronger, maybe starting to look like those real challengers. Potentially make a run to the grand finals or even pick up a win and a spot in a future Box Fight Championship. With a minute left here, ball once again on that blue side where it has been all of game 4. And you start to think maybe the Pink Wolves have just simply run out of gas.
A 5-game series is not something that every single one of these members is quite used to just that yet. It's a new format that we adopted not too long ago. It used to be 3 for this stage. And so unfortunately, Fish, I think you're right. The Pink Wolves might just be gassed.
Ninja Boy is going to be able to pick up a hat trick of his own. Pouring it on here as it's now a 6-0 lead for the Yellow Mammoths. We'll see if either of his teammates are able to join him in that hat trick regard within the next 39 seconds or so. Ninja Boy can't quite find that one. A couple of misses as well on a double commit. Maybe HGR able to get something going. Cute, Sir Wolf. Oh, yes! Ricochets around. Pink Wolves at least get one on the board here to wrap up game 4 in the next 30 seconds.
Scored 1 goal. You know, sometimes it's all you really got to be gunning for is to make sure that it's not just a complete shutout. And you guys did that, so nicely done. Try to score another one, though. Get a kickoff goal. I love seeing those.
Very aggressive play, and there's that kickoff goal from HGR. Everybody now on the board here in some capacity for the Pink Wolves, and me on Switch just bailed, tried to get a little bit cheeky, not able to find it. HGR able to put a goal on. Not thinking that 4 goals in 26 seconds is possible. As we see, another great kickoff, but this time me on Switch was in the perfect position. He was ready for that one.
Yeah, they were like, not happening twice, my friend. Sorry. And, you know, that's fair. We do see Sir Wolf try to play it around a couple people. They do lose their dribble. HGR tries to steal the ball away. Me on Switch has it in front of the goal. Pops it off their hood. Misses it just a little bit. Ninja Boy now playing it off that backboard. Trying to drop it down to Dragon, but Ninja Boy, without even needing the assistance, scores the 7th goal for their team with just 3 seconds on the clock.
Fantastic goal by Ninja Boy. We saw, that was, got some demolition derby action going on there. A lot of bumper cars. And now in the final 3 seconds, we'll see maybe the Pink Wolves have started to get something together on these kickoffs. This time, that does not appear to be the case. Galax is going to keep it alive for now. Dragon Boy hits 1 shot into the corner where it immediately touched the ground, and the Yellow Mammoths will be victorious in this 2nd round premier match. Again, this Yellow Mammoths team may be someone you want to keep an eye on. It looks better and better every single week, and that goes a lot into what you're trying to do at the Esports Tower. Going at it alone can only get you so far. Ultimately, if you want to increase your chances of success, you have to level up your teaming skills. We saw that with the Yellow Mammoths. Great combination from Ninja Boy and Dragon Boy. We've seen a lot of those sort of dual names have a lot of great synergy together. They've come a long way and are looking like a potential challenger in next week's bracket stage. So far, off to a great start. Esports Tower takes the time to create teams of well-matched teammates. Give a shout out to Coach Jake and all the coaches. And if you're watching and haven't checked out Esports Tower clubs, you should. It's the fast track to rank up. And now I can take a look here at how our standings look after Group 2, see all of the results, and think maybe Yellow Mammoths Barracudas might be our top 2 teams, at least heading into round 3.
Pink Wolves, I'm sorry. I tried to keep your name anonymous when I was hoping to see y'all come out on top of that one. But 1 loss is okay. You can still come back from that.
And we see some of our matchups here. I think Swerve and Lynx in round 3. Definitely going to be one you want to keep your eye on. Yellow Mammoths trying to finish undefeated against the Red Wolves. And I think the Barracudas probably going to maybe cruise 2-1 over the Red Mammoths as they're looking absolutely unstoppable. Quez, and you throw 2 other members on there. Heck, it could be myself and Nerdy, and they might get the job done. Quez is just that talented, but we've still got more action ahead of us. There's 1 round left. Who's going to be at the top of the standings at the end of the night? Who's going to have a great chance to qualify for next week's BFC? You want to stay tuned. The Barracudas are on top. Can the Swerve get back on track? Can the Yellow Mammoths go undefeated in the group stage? We're going to find all of that out and more right after this short break.
Are you guys ready? How do you guys are ready, bro? Here we go. Prepare your ears, chat. Prepare your ears. Here we go. Yes, sir. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the Schmeed Cup. They're not going to be ready for this. Oh! Oh! Nitro with 2, 3.
Get down. Dark wave. Get down.
Well, he got the ace. He got the ace to close it. Corey is your first Schmeed Cup champion. UFC events, brought in some heavy hitters to support this tournament. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was the first Schmeed Cup. Hashtag never alone,
Hello, I'm Rajneesh Khanna from iCultivewear and Chopra Foundation. Mental health has been brought up a lot recently and proven to be at the forefront of our conversations. As we begin to understand how comprehensive it is, we should open up a conversation that mental health is not one size fits all. We all need help or just someone to talk to from time to time.
Mental health is a very serious thing, so I'm glad that we were able to run this tournament and showcase and just show that and help support that cause, for mental health. So thank you guys so much. Let me go talk to the Esports Tower team. Yo, what's going on, guys?
Hello, man.
So how did it feel playing against 10s?
I was shaking.
Yeah.
Shaking the entire time.
You guys got rounds, right? So that's all that matters.
Yeah.
And don't feel down. You literally just played.
I feel great right now.
I'm coming out of this.
Yeah, you guys literally played against one of the most stacked teams, I think, of this tournament. All the people that are watching too, like, you guys can do this as well. You guys can earn your chance. So look up Esports Tower, and they're doing good things over there.
The news says Gen Z is struggling. I've got news for them.
I wait tables, but last week I built a field hospital.
I put out a forest fire.
I stopped 1,000 attackers.
And a natural disaster.
I've saved lives.
And led a team on patrol.
I serve.
Well, I go to school full time.
While I work full time.
The greater the challenge, the stronger we become.
Of the Esports Tower Rumble, broadcasting it live from the Boise State Game Pants Esports Arena. It's our final round of the night in this week's group stage. At the end of the night, we will have our standings heading into next week's bracket stage and see who's going to have the easiest path to a shot at a BFC berth. We've seen some fantastic games of Rocket League tonight, especially from the Barracudas, with some surprise teams like the Yellow Mammoths and the Lynx come alive here and are going to give those Barracudas a run for their money. I could just feel it with Fish and Nerdy Bird here calling all of the action. If you are just joining us, haven't watched in a while, it is a new format from our old Rumble formats. Week 1, the teams will play best of 5 group play games. All of that will determine the seeding in our round 2, which is our bracket stage, which then they will be aligned. They will play through like our normal brackets, everything a best of 5, and then the winner will qualify for the Box Fight Championship, where they get a chance to play against pros and content creators alike. The Barracudas did it last week, and they're looking well on their way to at least be in that #1 overall seed. Because right now, there really doesn't look like there's many people to stop them. But the Lynx forced them to Game 5. There were a couple subs, Nerdy, but I think the Lynx and the Swerve, maybe the Yellow Mammoths, all looking really, really strong tonight.
I feel like if eventually, when the Barracudas and the Yellow Mammoths have to go up against each other, Ninja Boy, Dragon Boy, y'all are fantastic and are working well together. However, the aerial play that you see coming out from Quez needs to be stopped somehow, and I feel like the person that can stop it is Meon Switch. So you need to facilitate Meon to be a playmaker and when that game happens. Just do what you can to allow them to get those aerial shots and to be in the air and not have to be in the defensive position to just stop Quez at whatever cost it takes.
As we get ready to look at our round 3 matchups, see how the final games of the night are going to break down. I think you make an excellent point, Nerdy, if we do see that matchup, but I don't think it'll be this week. It would just simply be in our bracket stage. Meon Switch would have to shut down Quez. As we mentioned, group play starts off in the first week of the Rumble. Groups of 4, best of 5. All of that is seeding for the finals. For the top 8 teams from the group stage advance. Quarters best of 3, semis best of 5, finals best of 5. That is all coming up next week. Here are our round 3 matchups. We've got the Red Mammoths and the Barracudas, Swerve and the Lynx, Yellow Mammoths and Red Wolves, and Pink Wolves and Blue Wolves. And I think the 2 games you want to watch out for, Swerve and the Lynx, probably competing for that 3rd or 4th place spot. And the Yellow Mammoths, if they're able to take down the Red Wolves, would end undefeated, but have a very, very good shot of being that #2 overall seed behind the Barracudas. So we're going to make sure we keep an eye on that. Well, we get Doc's keys to the game for the final time before we head into our round 3 games. They're presented by Esports Tower. Score pro advice at esportstower.com. Don't let them have multiple attempts. Clear the ball at angles, steal boost, and bump and demo to disrupt. It's brought to you by Esports Tower. Improve your game sense, improve your team play, improve your performance under pressure. Get matched with great players and professional coaches to help you rank up. And as we've talked about, I do want to make sure we give a congratulations to all of our Esports Tower Club members who received $322,000 in scholarship awards in the past few weeks. They're not only working hard at their game, they're working hard academically. Huge congratulations to all of those players. I know Magic is one of them. Absolutely fantastic to see the Esports Tower. We always talk about that recruiters are starting to take notice, and that number really says recruiters are starting to take notice.
That is actually incredible, and I'm a bit flabbergasted as we jump right into our game of the Pink Wolves versus the Blue Wolves, 2 of my favorite colors, so I am not picking favorites this time as the demolition comes right up the midfield, opening up a goal-scoring opportunity for, I believe, the Blue Wolves right there.
A fantastic job by the Blue Wolves on the blue side, fittingly. Pink Wolves on the orange side. Both teams battling it out here to see who will come out on top in the battle of Wolf supremacy. And right now the Blue Wolves have a 2-0 lead. It's actually been Bobbert, who we've been told, who has had a phenomenal series with several crucial goals. We didn't see much of him in our first match with the Blue Wolves, but the fact that all 3 of these members are getting going is there he is, right on cue. Bobbert puts one in to make it a 3-0 lead.
So Wolf, HDR, and Scalaxis, we saw you in our just this last game. You're great defensively, but you need to get the powerhouse of being offensive because the Blue Wolves have just dropped the pedal to the floor and are not letting up right now. And just playing defensively will not help you come out on top of that, as we see Bobbert score yet another goal.
Bobbert coming alive as well. This is game 5 of the series. They battled it out to the very end. But it was Bobbert, the hero in this one. I heard he had crucial goals throughout some of the games we did not see absolutely popping off. We know Mischief is incredibly talented. Siphon Clark's had some great moments, but for Bobbert to come alive, win that Game 5 almost single-handedly on a 4-0 scoreline, 3 of those for Bobbert himself, absolutely fantastic. Well, our round 3 highlight game of the night going to come from the Barracudas we've seen oh so much of. They'll be in the blue, taking on Red Mammoths in the orange. Barracudas have looked in control of this series so far. We're going to join Game 3 for its entirety. The Barracudas already up 2 games to nothing, but the Mammoths have made them work. Let's see how Game 3 goes. Looks like Jay still in for the side of the Barracudas, and Loaf as well. But they're all partnered by Quez, who we know can single-handedly take over a game as we get a couple demolitions to start things off. And they're still looking for a clear for the Red Mammoths.
We've got Lamagai and Sunky here for the Red Mammoths with the CZC able to fill in for their third quintessential member here. Both Sunky and Lamagai have been notoriously well-rounded players. Let's see how this whole game shakes out, because filling in does make things a little bit difficult. It can throw you off a little bit, but if you're the Barracudas, that throw-off doesn't mean too much when the 2 subs are Loaf and Jay for Quez.
Quez nearly had a fantastic solo goal there. Ball will get cleared away, though, but there is Quez. He's all over the field, and he's going to take this one himself. Pulls back on the throttle, but Lamagai makes a fantastic save. Loaf now racing in, sneaks it past Sunky, and the Barracudas strike first in Game 3.
That's all right. It's only a couple seconds in. We can see this even out very fast. Just both Quez and Jay have been great offensively, but they've disrupted each other's paths of progress throughout the course of a round more than once, and we definitely saw that in the last match, so we got to commentate with these guys. So they got to watch out for that and make sure they're not double committing on the balls. We do see Jay do a pass back to Loaf there. Unfortunately, Loaf was not ready for it, allowing one of the members of the Mammoths to beat them out to the ball, and there's an empty net right there, and with that, the Red Mammoths will even out the score.
Fantastic goal there by CZC. Pairing up well with Lamagai and Sunky, 2 names we've seen quite a lot of in some of our old rumbles. Haven't seen them for a while, and I see them back as Quez, though, takes a great pass from Loaf, just barely hits off the crossbar. Jay's follow-up is wide. A full triple commit comes out from the side of the Red Mammoths, which is never what you want to see, and Jay fakes them all out. Oh my goodness, he broke everybody's ankles on that incredible fake. And we're going to see it one more time. That was absolutely insane from Jay. See a great start there as well. Unfortunate triple commit here from the Red Mammoths, but then Jay, see, looks like we've got another goal in lifetime as well, but that goal from Jay just so impressive. Now we hop back in. Jay's already scored his second. The Barracudas slow start.
Sunky, go Sunky!
Oh, after a slow start, the Barracudas starting to look like the team we expected.
And there's another shot on goal, hits that corner crossbar. No one's friend. Sunky uses it as an opportunity to try and redirect a pass to midfield, but still over here in front of the Red Mammoths goal. And now the demolition derby has begun. People are just throwing each other around. CZZ manages to get a little tap on it, but loses it and pushes Jay away. But unfortunately, the follow-up is still there, and the possession is still in favor of the Barracudas.
Wolf gonna at least try and clear that one away from his own goal. Lamagai gets a great hit on it. We hear Demolition go out right in front of the net, but Lamagai catches everybody off guard. That Demolition kind of threw things off, and the Red Mammoths sticking tough right now, just down 3-2.
That high spike right there, and then the follow-up from CZC was just enough to allow this opening here for Lamagai to play it over Jay. Jay got blown up. So there goes one of the defensive powerhouses that we normally get. Nicely done on taking advantage of that demo.
Loaf and Sunky gonna battle that out in the corner. Quez pops it up in the air, redirects it, hits off the crossbar. Jay one time not able to find it. Barely gets a nose on it. Loaf ends up landing on the ball, pushing it away from that net. Takes the full boost and immediately gets demoed by CZC. Now Jay wants to keep the pressure on. Ooh, Quez not able to get that pass, and a great clear comes from the Red Mammoths looking to tie this thing up.
CZC gets a touch on the ball, spiking it high, but Jay flying in, shoots it across the field. Lamagai elevating to stop that goal from going in. Jay takes another shot with a follow-up from Quez and Loaf, but unfortunately Jay got in the path, the lane of that shot, stopping it from going in themselves. Sometimes that happens. And now we've got Quez trying to rush in to get possession of the ball, going into that midfield aerial play. We see them doing a lot. Doing a pass back to Jay, who then elevates, trying to play it around the Red Mammoths team. Unfortunately, goes over a little bit too far.
Jay gonna keep this one alive at midfield. Loaf will then tee it off him Try and clear it to Quez, but a great play there by Sunky to keep that ball just out of Quez's hands. And now they're going to get a pass back to Jay. Quez going to take it himself here. CCC and Sunky all retreating. Lamagai in the net. Loaf shot just barely wide of the net. We're down to our final minute here in game 3.
We see Lamagai get taken out by Loaf right there. Now we've got Quez going up off that sidewall, teeing it up to one of their teammates. Unfortunately, a double commit there is not going to be in their favor. Quez, however, now has a clean opportunity to try and turtle the ball into the net, I think. And unfortunately, they've already flipped back. It doesn't matter. They score another goal, bringing their score to 4.
Fantastic goal there by Quez, as you mentioned at one point, was just turtling down the field. And then we get another look at it. Just having a little bit of fun with it as this series starts to wrap up. There he is. Intentionally flips upside down. Tried to turtle it in, ended up getting flipped right side up. I don't think he would have scored if he would have been upside down. Meanwhile, in lifetime, we're actually going to just barely miss a goal going in for, I think, Lamagai. Yeah, and we still have ourselves quite a game here, even with the Barracudas having a little bit of fun.
Ooh, Lamagai gets a nice win on that 50-50. Loaf unfortunately beats them to the ball, though, here in the corner. All 3 members of the Mammoths are there trying to prevent it from turning over onto their side of the field. Jay plays it over CCC. Loaf is now in position to get a shot on goal. Jay swoops in, unfortunately stealing it away from their own teammate right there. Gotta make sure you're calling out who gets possession on those ones, because I believe, oh, never mind. I think this is Quez right here. Yes, Quez is now rotating forward, doesn't even need to be there. Bring our score to 4-4. Nicely done.
Fantastic goal by, I think, Sunky there in the IndyCar to tie that one up as time expired. Fantastic play, but unfortunately, oh, never mind. Lamagai with the great recovery. Thought that was just going to be the end of it right there. Loaf trying to center it back up. Sunky comes racing in, can't quite clear it away. Loaf still in the corner, trying to get a pass to somebody. Jay's retreating, squares it up, can't quite find the ball, but Quez is there, trying to center it perfectly to Jay. And even though they get to overtime, the Barracudas come out on top. Of fantastic last goal there in overtime, and the Barracudas will end the group stage undefeated and honestly look like they are well on their way to at least another grand finals appearance and maybe a championship.
Who's going to have something to say about that? Maybe the Swerve, maybe the All Mammoths. I'm looking at you 2 teams. Come on. Let's shut down this easygoing, just undefeated streak right now that these guys have. I'm not saying I want to see them lose. I just like to see competition. That's all I'm here for.
Well, speaking of competition, speaking of teams that could maybe knock off the Barracudas, our final premier match of the night is going to be the Swerve taking on the Lynx. Both these teams have had strong runs in the group stage. They've only lost to the Barracudas so far. We know, of course, the Swerves made it to the grand finals last week. The Lynx didn't have a strong week, but definitely had a lot of close games. The Swerve, if they are able to finish this out, will finish as the 2nd seed of the group. The Lynx could steal it, though, with the win, so they're battling for the 2nd seed in their group. Oh. And off the kickoff, Flux is going to bang it in, and the Lynx have a statement early on.
Pancake got the first touch, and Flux just calculated that one perfectly. That was easy for them, I bet.
This is a stacked Group A. Of course, as the Barracudas, also the Swerve and Lynx, definitely looking like a group that has 3 potential champions in it. We'll see who's going to be the 2nd seed here between the Swerve and the Lynx. As Pancake's going to pass it back. Jay Blank now going to have to be filling in for Loaf, who's kind of doing double duty on the Barracudas as well. And Jay Blank can't quite finish on that one as Jockstrap gets a demo, but the ball's still on that orange side. Lynx looking for a clear, not quite able to find one just yet. Racer and Jay Blank collide. Jay Blank with a double tap right in front of the net, but Hollix's shot is just high.
Pancake is there, however, for the follow-up. Unfortunately, Flux will beat them to the ball. Jay Blank and Hollix both are rotating back towards the goal now as Racer comes in, misses the ball as Hollix tries to play it over them. Jockstrap spikes it up, and Jay Blank returns it back towards that midfield stripe.
Jockstrap put himself in a great position. We've seen these teams both sometimes get a bit too aggressive in their series against the Barracudas. They got to make sure they always have somebody back on defense. Hollix trying to put it in front of the net, but the ball's too fast. It's going to clear the other corner. Pancake overdrives, ends up getting bumped backwards and hits that ball all the way towards the blue side, but he'll demo Jockstrap give himself some space.
Pollux and Pancake unfortunately collide there, so a little miscommunication happening, something that's got to get cleaned up if they want to come out on top of this one. As we see Pancake played off that back wall, it does drop onto Jockstrap, but Jay Blank takes out Jockstrap. Ball flies over to Racer, and now we've got Flux trying to get a shot on goal that's turned away by Jay Blank.
Jay Blank now trying to set up for something, going to get that ball on his hood, pop it up in the air, but Racer's going to have none of that. Pass it to Jockstrap, tries to bicycle it in the net, but the ball's too high. Pancake just going to get it over to that orange side, give the Swerve some breathing room. Oh, here comes Hollix. Read that play perfectly, but the shot's just way wide of the net.
We've got a dropping now at mid-flight. Flux tosses it over to the side where Jay Blank comes swooping in. Racer beating them out for possession of that ball. Jockstrap trying to be there for the follow-up. Jay Blank taking out Flux right in front of the net, though. All three members of the Swerve are there. Flux finally turning that ball away. Jay Blank pushing away Racer to try and get possession as Jockstrap and Hollix both elevate to get possession of the ball.
Jockstrap bails out on looking for a clear, kind of help makes Pancake hit the ball into him, then overdrives it, but Racer's there to bail him out in that corner, looking for a center and gets it around Jay Blank. Flux there! Pancake makes a huge save! Fantastic effort by Pancake, keeps in a 1-0 game with 2.5 minutes gone by.
Racer elevates to get the pass back from Jockstrap. Unfortunately, that pass back's always a risky play because Hollix got a touch on it, but Jockstrap Flux with the great teamwork there, managed to get it across that midfield stripe. Playing around here in the corner, Pancake overdrives the push onto Flux, but Hollix is there for the follow-up, tossing it to Jay Blank as Jockstrap comes swooping in, getting a shot on goal that's just a little bit too wide to the left.
Hollix now racing upfield, starting to run out of time. Barely sneaks by a Racer, but I think he clipped him on the way by and made him lose his dribble. Jockstrap can't quite get it past Jay Blank, who's going to take it himself, play it off the backboard. Is there a follow-up? No. Flux just going to clear that one to midfield.
Flux takes out Hollix at the midfield, allowing Jockstrap to get possession, tossing it back to Flux here. Jox takes out Hollix yet again off the respawn. Pancake comes in to be the saving grace, playing it off the backboard, getting a nice clear to Jay Blank in front of the Lynx goal now. Hollix is in a centering position, but the ball gets taken away by Razor before they get the ball past them. Now it's off that back wall. Flux is going to try and take it, but Hollix comes in to just delay it a little bit more, allowing Jay Blank to get a touch on that ball.
Jockstrap trying to pass to Flux, get intercepted by Pancake. Racer barely sneaks it around him. Jay Blank inserts himself, steals it away. Now Jockstrap with full control, passes it over to Flux, who's going to pop it up in the air. Looks like he's going to play it himself off the top of the crossbar. There's no follow-up as Jockstrap now finally turns around. He'll take a shot. Jay Blank denies it. Racer just hanging out back there. 1 minute left. The Lynx looking for an insurance goal, and they're not going to be able to find it. And now the Swerve can look for an attack.
Pancake clears the ball over to Hollix at the midfield, but Flux is trying to disrupt that passing lane, stealing it away from Pancake. Jay Blake and Racer elevate. Jay gets the better of the touch on that 50-50. Jockstrap now trying to get off the wall here. Hollix beating them to the ball on the ground. Flux plays it around Pancake, now is at the midfield, just has to beat Jay Blake in front of this goal. Jay Blake puts their hood in front of them, stopping that ball from rolling into the goal. Now Pancake has the opportunity to turn this one around back over to the side of the Lynx.
30 seconds left. Swerve trying to send us to overtime. Pancake with possession. Jay Blank's actually going to steal it away from him. That might have thrown everything off. A selfish play at the worst time. Hollix tries to keep it alive. Just 13 seconds on the clock. They need somebody else to help them out as Racer gets it clear towards midfield. They get an assist as well. Jay Blank's demoing in the goal. Final long shot from Hollix. Jay Blank can't redirect it. And I don't know if they're going to have enough time.
Pancake still hasn't popped up into the air. Jockstrap, however, elevates, and it does eventually hit the ground.
So many good chances, unfortunately, for the Swerve. Just could not find a way to capitalize on them. And the Lynx, off of a goal, I think maybe 2 or 3 seconds into the game, take that 1-0 game, and I think it was like 4, maybe 5 shots total by the end there. A very, very defensive slugfest between two teams battling out for that second seed in Group A, and both of these teams very talented, and I think whoever gets the second seed can have a lot easier path to a grand finals that both these teams are capable of making.
I feel really, I don't know, it was unfortunate to see the double commits that came out from the Swerve. We've talked about it before. They have a tendency to do that a lot. They've done it in the past. It's something that really needs to be cleaned up, especially during that last 30-second period where we saw, I believe it was Pancake get the ball stolen away from them by one of their own teammates. Sometimes, yes, we see that happen and we think it's, you know, an actual calculated move. We saw it occur with the Barracudas between, I want to say it was Quez and Magic using each other to tee up the ball, but that was a mid-flight aerial play, and that actually is a distinctive thing that you can notice. However, when you just jump over one of your teammates and take the ball away when they're gunning it for the goal, it can really disrupt a lot of what's happening, and you've got to watch out for that.
Yeah, I mean, we saw, I think it was one of the members was over. I think it was Pancake, or not Pancake. I think it was Pancake who was out demoing. And then it was Hollix who was out demoing in the goal, and then Jay Blank just kind of steals it away. And I think you're right. That was kind of two players were on the same page. One of the players wasn't. And I think they'll be able to maybe correct that heading into our game, too, with the Lynx now up 1-0. Hollix trying to make a play. He had some fantastic series tonight. Jockstra's going to be the first one to get it onto that orange side. Try and pass it over, but the ball gets stopped by Pancake, and these teams remaining incredibly defensive in the first 30 seconds of this game, too.
Pancake has Racer hot on their tires right there. Hollix takes out Flux. Jockstrap trying to play it around one of the members of the Swerve here. Pancake getting the ball in the air. Unfortunately, losing on possession to Flux, however, here in the corner. Flux now has to play it around both Jay Blank and Pancake. They both pass it over into the mid. It is shot back by Hollix, and that shot is turned away by Jockstrap. Yikes!
Get a demo. Nice save from Jockstrap there. Oh, Flux barely dodged the demolition on him. They will get challenged for the ball by Pancake, and that will deny it clear. Now he's going to try and pass it over to Racer. Gets stolen away, though. Fantastic by Jay Blank. I think, unfortunately, Jockstrap might have assisted that ball more than he's willing to let on, because that one was going wide of the net until Jockstrap ran into it.
It happens to everybody, Jockstrap. We won't talk about it anymore. It's okay. Just don't do it again.
Early lead for the Swerve. Plenty of time, though, for Jockstrap and his team to rebound. As long as we've talked about it, you just clear your head. Don't think about it. Happens to everybody. Rocket League is a fast-paced game, and now Flux has an opportunity to get the Lynx on the board. He wants to pass over to Racer. Gets it great, but Jay Blank with a perfect read and a nice save.
Now we've got Pancake tossing it back to Jay Blank. Then Racer elevates, stealing it away from Jay. Hollix returns the favor, shooting it all the way over to the Lynx goal in the corner. Racing there to try to beat out Flux with possession as well. Flux has it, but overdrives it. Pancake now reversing to get possession. Pops it up over Jockstrap, but it drops right in front of Racer as Jay Blank takes a shot that's turned away.
One more chance here for the Swerve, but that one's going to be turned away. Paul's very close to the net. Hollix can't brute force it in. And Jay Blank, one more chance. Oh, a miss there. Now Pancake's got a perfect opportunity. Kind of hits the ball at an awkward angle, though, and kind of cost himself a chance at the goal. The ball's still just bouncing. Finally, Flux able to get a long clear down. Racer going to center it up right for the net. There's nobody there. And Jockstrap redeems himself to tie the game up.
All right, there you go. Jox never did anything wrong.
We talked about this a ton in our Swerve and Barracuda series. The Swerve, as talented as they are, a lot of their mistakes self-inflicted. Just cannot leave the goal that wide open.
That 50-50 ball goes in favor of the Swerve. Pancake getting a nice touch on that one. Jockstrap's going to aerial play. You see Hollix take out Racer. Jay Blank elevates, stealing the ball away from Jox. Now it's at that midfield mark. They're trying to maintain possession, but Racer steals it away here. Now we've got Pancake who comes in. Flux takes out Jay Blank. Jockstrap takes the ball away from Pancake and pushed it just a little bit too far in front of themselves. Hollix taking out Jockstrap to get possession of the ball, though. Playing it off the ceiling, dropping it in front of Jay Blank. It's stolen away, though, by Flux.
Racer with a great clear down. Pancake, though, looking to be in perfect position. Racer kind of gets a second touch on it, so Jay Blank will steal it and hit it towards midfield. But Jockstrap reading right there, going to get that full boost. Cleared away, though, by Hollix. Jay Blank now waiting. He's got a couple of teammates in midfield. Tries to pass it to Pancake, but Jockstrap with a great intercept. And now they've got to retreat. It's Flux and Racer. Racer with a great bump out of the way to give Flux a clear shot on net.
Demolition Derby here tonight in the realm of Rocket League. Not as many demolitions as we've seen in the past. There was a couple moments where there was a lot happening, but the bumping being used to the advantage of the offensive players is definitely coming out strong this evening.
One of the most aggressive games we've seen all night in terms of just demolitions and bumping out of the way. And it's given the Lynx a 2-1 lead. Under 2 minutes left. Pancake trying to dribble it past Racer, but Racer just having none of that and just steals it away, hits it down into the corner, gets it around Jay Blank right in front of the goal. But Hollix is there for the nice clear. Jockstrap going to keep the possession alive for the Lynx. Looks for a centering pass. Pancake, though, just going to bump it out of the way. Try and get around Flux. Can't quite do it, but at least denies a shot on goal.
Holix spikes the ball down to Jay as Racer comes in and slaps it back towards the goal. Holix now pops it up. Jocktrot will elevate to knock it back into the corner here in front of the Swerve goal. Flux with the follow-up and has a nice centering shot for Jocks. Unfortunately, it is spiked high in the air by Holix. Flux once again centering it up. Pancake turning that one away, sending it all the way back towards the other goal that's completely open, bringing our score to 2-2.
Great cross-map goal here for Pancake. Just gets a touch on it. Nobody back for the side of the Lynx, and that can happen. Fantastic play by Pancake to tie this game up. Minute 15 or so left on the clock. Anybody's game is Flux with a great win off the kickoff. Oh, Jay Blank barely gets a clear on the give and go here. Great shot, but Racer's going to turn it away.
Jay Blank takes out Jockstrot in the goal. Pancake centers it up for Holix, but unfortunately Holix overdrove that one. Flux now with a shot on goal. No one's there, and it goes in.
Both these teams with a bit of defensive breakdowns. You see everybody for the Swerve racing back. Jay Blank's going to get a nose on it, but that ball was going in regardless. And just like that, the Lynx have grown their lead. A little over a minute on the clock, or just about a minute. Thunder looks like, and we'll see what the Swerves can do here to try and maybe force us into overtime.
Jockstrap plays that one off the back wall, sending it over to Racer from a shot on goal. Jay Blank elevates, play it off the wall to Pancake, who misses the ball, and then we have Jockstrap come in with a shot on the blue goal. It does go a little bit wide. They're there for their own follow-up with Flux in their wing, waiting to help them out. Pancake playing off the back wall. And Racer coming in to try and get possession of it, but loses it out because all three members of the Swerve are on them.
See Pancake dribble that one above his own net. Under 30 seconds left now for the Swerve. We're trying to avoid going down 2-0 in this series. Holix can't quite clear it. Flux and Jockstrot. One more goal would all but seal their victory. Here comes Holix. Now he can take the shot over Racer. And with 10 seconds on the clock, the Swerve have tied the game.
Overtime? Are we going to see another overtime?
We might. We still got a kickoff to go for here, and both these teams have had, I think, at least one kickoff goal so far tonight. Avoid the zeros on the clock. It should jump up to about 10 seconds. Oh, huge whip there. Luckily, Pancake able to bail him out. Jay Blank's going to deny that. And the Swerve, I think, are just trying to play for overtime with a nice defensive demo.
Pancake has possession in front of their own goal. They spike it high, however, allowing Jock trying to get a shot on goal. It will hit the ground, though. We are in overtime. Let's hope it doesn't end off of a kickoff goal, though.
Pancake with a very nice win. Jockstrot immediately responds, though, going to carry it on to that blue side. Jay Blank hits it off the roof, barely misses there. Pancake now racing down. He's got Jay Blank in front of him. The Racer's able to disrupt that one before he gets blown to smithereens, but Flux going to use that to clear it away, keep this game going.
Holix is getting thrown around a little bit as we see Jockstrot elevate, spiking the ball high. Jay Blank stealing it in mid-flight, playing it off the ceiling, dropping it down to Pancake. Jay Blank comes back in, gets the shot over into the in front of the goal of the Lynx. Racer is there to prevent it from easily going in. Pancake's there for the follow-up shot, as is Holix, but none of them can find the back of the net. Flux now has it taking across the midfield stripe now in front of the Swerve goal.
Great play by Pancake. You saw him for a moment think about maybe trying to get a follow-up shot, but recognized he had to get back defensively to slow down Flux. Now Jay Blank sets it up, gets it around Racer. Can't sneak it around Flux, though. Pancake keeps it alive. Still going to run into Flux. Ball gets cleared to that orange corner where Holix is waiting. Flux going to stop that clear. Here comes Jockstrot. He can win it right here, but he just barely misses on it. The ball is going to just bounce harmlessly in front of the net.
Racer's trying to get possession still and keep this push alive right now as Racer takes out Holix. Flux gets a shot on goal that's saved by Pancake. Racer tosses it back into the midfield. Flux is already rotating back though as Pancake tries to get it across the midfield. Jockstrap steals it away. Holix elevates, slapping it down into the corner here. And Racer comes back in, getting a shot on goal. Jay Blank elevates it just a little bit too high. There's a demo in the goal. It's an open goal opportunity, but no one's there for the follow-up.
Lynx with so many opportunities, and Holix is just gonna end it from midfield. After surviving 4 point-blank shots to the crossbar, Holix has had enough of that for the midfield stripe. He wins game number 2.
It's the tuxedo skin.
It's something. I don't know how the Swerve won that game. The Lynx had so many opportunities. If you're a Lynx player, you've got to be kicking yourself right now in between games because you had a fantastic demo by Racer. There was nobody in the net. I think Flux had the shot, and he just rushed it a little bit and hit it off to the side off the crossbar. The Swerve got to be thinking they're lucky stars. They probably should have lost that game. What a fantastic game, though, by them. Insane to see where this series is going to go.
I'm excited. I'm hoping for a full 5-game series, if I'm being honest. I mean, who doesn't want to close out the night on a full 5-game? We already went to overtime, so if that says anything, that means that these teams are pretty equally matched. Granted, there's some mistakes being made here and there.
Yep.
Definitely got to clean up those double commits from both sides, but definitely looking at you, Swerve. And, you know, from there on out, just, you know, have faith in your teammates, and this will be a fun series to continue to cast.
Yeah, the Lynx have had a ton of opportunities. See if they can capitalize here in Game 3. Series tied at 1 aside. Winner will claim second seed in Group A. Kick off game number 3. Flux with a great start, but he overdrives the ball, so Racer's got to recover it for him, and Hollick's just going to clear it down. Gets punched right back, though, by Jockstrot, and then that pancake shot gets turned away. Jay Blank racing in, sneaks it under, actually. I don't think he had any business scoring that goal, but he's going to put the Swerve on top early in Game 3.
Oh, they played it underneath Razor. Razor, you tried the best you could. I mean, what do? You got a 50-50 shot. Do I go high or do I go low? And unfortunately, you went high, and that wasn't the right decision.
Hollick trying to play it around Jockstrot, not quite able to. Pancake's gonna get a shot, and the Swerve realize that they are thanking their lucky stars to be tied in this series, and they're not gonna waste an opportunity. They're already up 2-0 here in Game 3.
They just have to keep that up and don't get overzealous and do not double commit and try to be the golden child in this game, and make sure you remember you have teammates, Swerve. That is how you're going to ultimately win out if you do actually win this one out. As we see another shot on goal. Just barely saved by the crossbar there. Jockstrot and Flux managed to get possession and moving around one of the members. It looks like Hollick's away from the ball, but Pancake gets a shot on as Jockstrot turns that one away all the way to the midfield.
Jay Blank trying to keep it alive. There's Hollick's in the goal. Nice pass down to Jay Blank, but Jockstrot doing just enough to change the momentum on that ball to stop it from going in the net. Hollick's going to recover it up on the wall on the orange side. Tries to fake out Racer, but Racer having none of that. Jockstrot cleared over. Pancake to Jay Blank, waiting at that midfield stripe, plays it around 1, make it 2. Pancake gonna try and help him out, unfortunately not able to find the ball, and now we're seeing a little bit of that clumping from the Swerve. Pancake though pops it up, looking for a rebound play, but Jockstrot's gonna deny that one.
Jay Blank is keeping this one, the possession alive over here, just trying to steal it away from Flux. They do pop it high for Pancake, who has a shot on goal that once again is high, but the follow-up is spiked and pitched off by 2 players. Hollix takes out Jockstrot as Flux has no one to beat in front of the goal. Pancake races back, slamming it off the backboard, managing to get it cleared. Now Jay Blank and Pancake have to clear it away.
Flux pops it up in the air. Jay Blank's going to deny any rebound attempt. Racer's going to keep it alive before Jay Blank just steals it from him. Wants the redirection. Pancake plays it on the rebound. And the Swerve have themselves a 3-0 lead.
That was clean.
Fantastic play. Flux has to commit to either the follow-up or the first shot. Committed to the follow-up, and there was an easy one for Pancake, who's having himself quite a game. 4 shots, 2 goals, and an assist as well. Jay Blank also making some great plays. Gets that one under Jockstrot. I don't know how he did it. Pancake gets credit.
Again, Jay Blank plays it around someone.
Fantastic. Over Racer, under Jockstrot. Pancake just gives the ball the extra oomph to beat out a potential save from Racer. And the Swerve, who looked down and out in Game 2 for a moment there, have come alive and look well on their way to putting themselves on match point.
Maybe it was strategic to fake out the other team so they couldn't try to predict how they'd be playing near the end of the series.
Honestly, I mean, I'm just speechless because I think you might be right, because I mean, it's 5-0 now with a fantastic goal from Jay Blank.
They're like a completely different team right now.
Yeah, this looks like older brothers said, hey, sorry, I had to go do something real quick. I had him on the game for games 1 and game 2. Because this Swerve team, this is looking like a team that could potentially challenge the Barracudas. 5-0 right now. What a save from Jay Blank as well. Keep the shutout alive. And the only thing that's separating them in match point is 3 minutes. But a great goal from Jockstrot.
That was spot on. Dead center of the high area of the goal. We had 2 members. I believe Pancake did elevate, but wasn't going to get there fast enough. And Jay Blank did as well. When you have 2 people committing on that shot and neither one can even get a touch on it, you know it was meant to be.
He's going to need a few more of those to this series or get this game a little bit closer. They get another one just almost over Jay Blank. He gets a nose on it. Flux keeps it alive though. Racer waiting for an opportunity to strike. He's going to see it. Puts it right in front of Flux, but a great challenge by Pancake. Defensively, the Swerve have figured things out, and they are almost unbreakable at this point because they're going to look for a clear here. Hollick's going to take it up himself. Jockstrap with the block. Pancake comes in, gets it around Racer, just pinches it over to the orange side.
To open up that defensive turnaround opportunity, we saw them take out Flux to bring them a man down, easily maintaining possession of the ball despite it being on their own side, then turning that around. It did hit Racer, but Jay Blank and Pancake, right as Flux respawns, tries to get possession of the ball again, just score the goal.
Jay Blank and Pancake now both with hat tricks. They have combined for all 6 goals and 5 of the 6 assists. Hollick's after his game winner, just getting a breather here. Right now the Swerve getting closer and closer to getting to match point. Here is Pancake from the impossible angle. And that probably will seal this game as it's now 7-1.
What the heck happened between the first 2 rounds and this game? I need to know. What did you guys eat? What did you do?
Absolutely insane turnaround here for the Swerve. Is Pancake now going to center this one up? They might have double digits on their mind. Racer trying to make a play. Flux trying to help him out. Both of them get denied near midfield. Jockstrap finally gets a shot. Unfortunately, Flux is going to have to bail out. Jay Blank's just going to clear this one, at least towards midfield. Racer pops it up in the air.
Jay Blank still gets that pop-up, though, from Racer, dropping it in front of the goal. Pancake barely misses it. They're a little bit too high. They do get the big boost here in the corner. They do retreat now, however, allowing Hollis to come forward and help them out. Jockstrap passes it over to Flux. It's cleared past that midfield stripe. It drops down onto Pancake, plays it around Razor, has to beat out Jockstrap. Jockstrap turns away the shot from Pancake, and Hollis, keeping this attempt alive and the possession, tosses it to Jay Blank in the corner.
Jay Blank tries to get around Racer, not quite able to. Hollis will recenter it, but Flux is there. Wants a pass to Racer. We also saw Jockstrap come in, just couldn't quite get a nose on the ball. Nothing has gone the Lynx way in this game as they're going to miss another chance on an open net, but the 7-1 score line, there's not much difference that would make. Is Jay Blank in the corner? They're just trying to kind of dribble out the clock, get themselves to a game 4 if they're the Swerve. And if you're the Lynx, you want to forget about this one as Jockstrap gets one more attempt, not able to find it. He'll recenter it once again, but Jay Blank is there. Jay Blank has had himself an insane game as Racer's shot turned away as well.
Pancake now has the opportunity to take the ball past the midfield mark. They hand it over to Hollix, who plays it past 2 members of the Lynx. They now just have to battle out Racer, but Flux will beat them to the ball after they lost their dribble. Jay Blank comes in despite the ball off the wall. Jockstrap's there for the follow-up, as is Pancake. Jay Blank elevates, popping it over Racer. It's right in front of the goal, and it goes in. What?
Fantastic play from Jay Blank, who has been absolutely insane in this series. He struggled a little bit when he first came in as a sub against the Barracudas, but he's gotten better and better throughout the night. You see him and Pancake medals off the charts. And the Swerve are going to win this game. Only question is by what scores. They have plenty of time left to put up another goal or two as Jay Blank nearly puts in a bank shot.
Pancake had 3 members to battle it out for that goal. It did get turned away. Now Racer has possession. Jay Blank steals it away. Hollix comes in to try and take it away from Jockstrap. They demo them instead. It's going off the back wall. Just needs to touch the ground, and the Swerve will win out our game 3.
Swerve absolutely come alive. They put themselves on match point in a dominating fashion. 8-1 win. Potentially set us up for our final game of the night here between the Swerve and the Lynx, the number 2 seed in Group A on the line. And what looked like was once a link almost assured is now maybe looking like the Swerve are going to run away with this and try and challenge the side of the Barracudas.
I don't even know how to explain the dramatic difference in gameplay style that we saw from those first 2 games to that one. Pancake, Jay Blank, both just were going off consistently. Hollix also putting the pedal to the metal, got more demolitions, I think, that time than we ever saw from them. And the aerial play that we did not see probably barely at all in the first couple of rounds was just consistently happening from the side of the Swerve. Like, that's what we want to see. Keep it up.
Yeah, we'll be very hard-pressed to see what the Lynx can do in response. And especially the first thing they got to do is clear their head. They cannot be thinking about that 8-1 score that just got dropped on them. They've got to recover. If they can strike first, that'd go a huge way and potentially forcing us to a game 5. Racer not able to stop Pancake, though, who takes it down in the corner himself. Going to pop it up in the air. There's Hollix. Plays the rebound. Jay Blank, of course, puts it in. It's the first goal of game 4, and the Swerve have the lead.
There's still plenty of time if you're rooting on the Lynx right now for them to pull this one back and possibly reversibly take us to a game 5. So make sure you're in the chat room rooting them on. But Lynx, y'all need to, I don't know what you need to do. Get more aggressive, disrupt those passing lanes, start throwing people around like it's Demolition Derby as we see Racer win that 50-50, bringing it into the corner. But Hollix takes the ball away from them, and Jay Blake has possession. So we see Jockstrap, Demo Pancake in the goal.
Jay Blank able to clear that one away. Jockstrap gets a pass over to Flux. They take a shot. Great demo by Racer on to Hollix. Flux scores. A team play has our game tied at 1.
I want to see, oh, the demo was right in front of the goal too. Racer, strategic, nicely done. That's the type of demolitions you need to be going for.
Swerve and Lynx starting to get a little bit close. Maybe game 3 was just an outlier. It's 1-1 right now. Jay Blank gonna try and pass it back to Pancake. Racer with a fantastic save. Racer's been better and better defensively throughout the series as well. Ooh, Jockstrap fakes one out before it gets stopped. Flux now racing across. Barely beats out Pancake to that ball. It's gonna bounce high in the air, and Jay Blank is gonna clear that one away. Racer bumps into him. Pancake gonna play it to himself off the wall. Just barely missed what would have been an insane play.
Racer now has possession of this ball, tosses it back to Jockstrap, plays it off that back wall. It did get centered up, but disrupted just enough to allow Hollix to clear it in front of the orange goal. Racer pops it high into the air. Now Ariel trying to play it around Pancake. Then the follow-up from Jay Blank will keep the possession alive here for the Swerve. Pancake's there as well. Gets a centering shot, but Flux sending it across the midfield stripe, playing it over Hollix.
Jay Blank can't get it around Jockstrap. Pancake in the goal, barely pushes it away before Flux came racing in. Racer now barely gets it around Pancake, trying to set up Flux, but there's Jay Blank with the ball. Pops it up over Flux. It's him versus Jockstrap. He tried to fake him out, but Jockstrap learned from last game and makes a great save.
We've got Hollix now trying to challenge Racer for possession with the help of Pancake, playing it off that corner. Flux ends up with possession, however, popping it over one member of the Swerve, but Hollix does enough disruption to slow that one down. Jockstrap elevates, trying to get a touch, misses it. Hollix plays it off the wall, sending it to Pancake, who now has to play it around Racer. They managed to do that. Now it's just Flux in the goal, but Flux steals the ball away.
Jay Blank looked like he was looking for a pass, but nobody was there. Pancake gonna pass it to Jay Blank. Oh, just hit it a little too hard. They had a wide open net. Jockstrap now with possession, racing across. Pancake is there, and he'll just sandwich it and launch that ball all the way back to the orange side. Flux gets a nose on it. Racer's gonna put it towards midfield. There's a demolition. Pancake's getting boost though, so he's gonna allow Flux to have full control of this ball into the corner. Loses control when he has to bump into him, and Racer gives his team a chance here before Jay Blank clears it away.
Got Jockstrap trying to get it away from Jay, but Jay spikes it all the way across the field. It does land in front of Flux. Pancake is there to challenge them for that possession. Jockstrap trying to play it off that corner to get it clear. Jay Blank disrupts that plan easily. Pancake comes in as well. It spikes off the high ceiling. No one has a clean possession. Flux elevating. Now we've got Hollix also elevating, bringing that perfectly to spike the ball down to Jay Blank.
Flux nearly had a chance here under 2 minutes. Swerve looking to win this series, get the second seed. Pancake trying to get control of that ball. Finally does. Can't sneak it around Jockstrap though. And now it's up to Hollix, who barely gets a nose on it. Plays it around Flux as well. Racers has got to retreat. Here comes Jay Blank. He's going to challenge him in the corner. Centers it up for Pancake, but the shot just goes wide of the net.
Hollix comes in, centering the ball once again. Do they get the double tap to get the shot in? And unfortunately, he's turned away by one of the members of the Lynx for them. Now we've got Flux trying to play around Hollix. Hollix reaps that one, however. Now we've got Racer the shot on goal to Flux. Pancake saves it, taking it off the back wall. Now trying to drop it down, but Jockstrap disrupts the process of bringing it across the midfield stripe. It's in the air. Racer comes in to spike it down, and it is turned away by Pancake.
Jockstrap gonna keep it alive near midfield. Wants to pass it over to Flux. Oh, bad touch there. They got to be careful. Jockstrap will just blast to the other side. Razor now with a great opportunity. Ball just barely goes over his head. Demo's gonna go on to Hollix, but he should respawn in time. But he actually respawns in front of Pancake. That's gonna cost him the full corner boost as well. Could be a huge turning point here as now Racer's able to recover. It looks like the Swerve have gotten out of the way of what could have been a dangerous situation.
Got 40 seconds left on the clock with a 1-1 tie score, completely different than what we got to see in the last rounds. Pancake Pancake's retreat, just make sure that ball is not in front of an empty net. Flux is trying to battle it out for possession. Pancake gets it, but Jockstrad playing it off the wall. And unfortunate double commit there between Racer and Jox will allow the swerve to bring it back over in front of the Lynx's goal. Flux now has it, but Holics sends it right back in front of the Orange goal.
Jay Blink barely gets it around Racer. Here comes Pancake off the top crossbar. 14 seconds on the clock. A fantastic play in the corner from Jay Blink to barely center it up. Pancake shot could not have been at a different angle. And we'll see what the Lynx can do here in what could be their last kickoff of the night.
Jay Blank wins that 50-50. Flux is ready, however, going off the wall. Pancake steals it away. Racer elevates, spiking it high into the air. Jay Blank drops it down onto the ground. Hollis also elevating. Jockstrad now in the air, trying to score the last goal to even out this game. Just 1 second on the clock when the ball touches the ground. That is the end of this game. And with that, the Swerve will win it out.
Swerve with a 3-1 series win. They will claim the number 2 seed in that Group A, but the Lynx definitely proving that outside that game 3, they are a team that can contend with the Swerve all the way down to the final second on the clock. I think both of these teams, depending on how the bracket shapes out, depending on when they play the Barracudas, have a fantastic spot to be in our grand finals next week. Well, do you want to be seen by expert college recruiters? Talk directly to esports industry insiders like pro athletes, team general managers, and game producers? Then join the club. Esports Tower players get insider access to industry insights, and with our featured Rumbles, recruiters are taking notice as well. Remember that $322,000 in scholarships offered in the last few weeks. Esports Tower players, they're definitely taking notice. It's a great way to score exposure if you're looking to start your path to pro or land a collegiate scholarship. Go check them out at esportstower.com. And let's take a look at our final groups play of the night here. We see the Lynx, Swerve, and Barracuda all coming out on top in Group A. Meanwhile, it's the Yellow Mammoths with a clean win in Group B. And I think overall, a fantastic night of Rocket League. We see our group play standings here. Barracudas and Yellow Mammoths, Swerve at 3. The Lynx in that 5th seed, going to be kind of hard to come back from. But overall, fantastic night of Rocket League.
I'm excited to see the matchup between the Yellow Mammoths and the Barracudas, if I'm being honest, because y'all went above and beyond what I anticipated seeing at all this evening, and you've definitely been working on your aerial play. It shows, and I'm excited to see what you guys bring to the table next week, especially because you're gunning for a title. Will you be able to take it away from the Barracudas, or will they take it again?
I mean, I think the other matchup you got to watch out, maybe the Swerve or the Lynx taking on the Yellow Mammoths, because I think those teams, all 4 of them, or all 3 of them, the Yellow Mammoth, Swerve, and Lynx, are kind of battling for that second spot behind the Barracudas in the grand finals. But you never know. We saw the Lynx take the Barracudas to Game 5. An upset could happen. Only time will tell. As we start to put a bow on tonight's Esports Tower Rumble, we got to have our ICCU player of the game. Nerdy, do you have any thoughts before we find out who it is?
Pancake. My vote goes to Pancake.
I think Pancake or Jay would be my 2 guesses. I think that they did a fantastic job in that final series for the Swerve.
Oh, is it going to be me on Switch? It's me on Switch! Congratulations!
It is going to be me on Switch. As you mentioned, one of the star players alongside Ninja Boy Gaming and Dragon Boy on that Yellow Mammoths team who went undefeated in Group B. And if they play the Barracudas, I think that me on Switch is going to have a very tough job. So a very deserving ICCU player of the game for him, who had some fantastic goals when he came out of that defensive position in the series we saw. Don't forget the ICCU player of the game, brought to you by the Idaho Central Credit Union, because a great player makes a team more successful, just like Idaho Central is helping members achieve financial success. Me on Switch is your Idaho Central Credit Union Player of the Week for our group stage in the Esports Tower Rumble, and helped this team get to that 2nd seed with an undefeated record. Cannot wait to see what Me on Switch, Ninja Boy, and Dragon Boy can do next week in our bracket stage.
Meon, bring in that aerial play. Shut down Quez. Quez, nothing against you. You know that I think you're a fantastic player, but I want to see someone go toe-to-toe with you.
Hard-pressed for anybody to be able to stop the Barracudas. Even with some subs today, they still look fantastic. If you get Quez and Magic, haven't seen Prodigy in a few weeks, but he was fantastic when we saw him. I think Drift was also phenomenal. Very, very hard to stop that Barracudas lineup. But as we prepare to close out the night, any final thoughts, Nerdy, on what we saw tonight and how our bracket stage is looking for next week?
I mean, that was some fantastic RC car soccer in my opinion, but guys, clean up the double commits. Y'all have been playing together for a hot minute. Even if you have swapped rosters around, you've at least played with each other a couple of times. Get on those comms, call it out, make sure you're communicating, and don't let those easy goals happen anymore. I don't want to see it again next week.
Yeah, I think the Swerve and the Lynx, especially the Swerve in particular, if they're able to clean some of that up, that will go a long way to them challenging the Barracudas. Well, congratulations to all the teams tonight in the group stage. We'll be back for the conclusion of this with our bracket. We saw the seeding. Barracudas on top of the Yellow Mammoths and Swerves are right behind them. It will be Monday, 6 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Mountain to see who's taking home this week's championship and who is qualifying for the Box Fight Championship. But we will close out the night with our top 5 plays presented by the Idaho Army National Guard, who invites you to take your impressive critical thinking skills into real time. More than 10 jobs offering a $20,000 bonus and your degree of choice paid for. The Idaho Army National Guard is one of the best teams out there. Reach out on Twitch, iGuard Gaming. Here are your top 5 plays, and we'll see you Monday to crown a champion. Though, who takes it down himself, gonna pop it up in the air. There's Hollix, plays the rebound. Jay Blank, of course, puts it in. It's the first goal of game 4. The Swerve have the lead.
There's still plenty of time if you're rooting on the Lynx right now for them to hold this one back. Take us to game 5, so make sure you the captain way over to the pink goal. Now we've got Sir Wolf trying to battle out Ninjaboy needing for protection here, but Ninjaboy playing it off the back wall to himself with a double tap. Finds the goal.
Fantastic goal here for Ninjaboy to be able to double tap that ball in a way that going to slowly push it in. Nothing you can do if you're the side of the Pigs. Find a goal, but definitely not the 3 they need to put themselves on match point. We might even see the Yellow Mammoths get one, and we will. Neon Switch picking up a hat trick, and behind the back of Neon Switch, looks like we've got ourselves a 1-1 game, a 1-1 series head to game 3. Neon's been good demolition, and Ninjaboy trying to set something up for Dragon Boy, and he'll do just that.
There's nothing more you can do in real life.
Mammoths have done a great job first couple games of the series. Incredibly close. Keep alive for now. Keeps